Hello everyone. So I've got a whole load of energy from somewhere. I've just been in the membership, the first level. Hello Charlotte, that was fast. How are you doing? I already know how you're doing, but I just ask people anyway. Um, yeah, I've already been in the Soul Fam Wolf Pack. Again, sorry. It is quite a funny thing about me that whenever I've had memberships, which basically has been for like what, the past 8 years on and off, it does make me cringe because it is just cringe, isn't it? Like I call my first group Ignite Your Light, and it's kind of like it's just cringe. But yeah, the first one is So Fan Wolf Pack, right? And so I went in doing a live on there, and we've already got someone on the highest level. So I'm not going to celebrate every time somebody joins because it's better that people don't know your shit, to be honest. But because I'm only saying because I saw that that person has celebrated on a comment on the video that I'd done before this in public. So yes, I was very delighted with that. So that was a nice Aquarius moon surprise because it's Aquarius moon right now. And like I said, it was a surprise to me that I even published it right as the moon went into Aquarius because Aquarius moon is surprises, remember? But that was obviously when it was divinely meant. So I feel that's got something to do with the fact that, Pluto is direct in Capricorn today. It's not actually direct yet, but it does go at some point, tonight. Um, and what it's been doing is, while Pluto has been retrograde, we've been going inwards and really doing that deep work and, deep shadow work and deep shadow integration. And some of you will continue to do that because you're still in a dark night of the soul, or you're kind of coming out of one, or you've just went into one, wherever all the different people are at. And I definitely do feel, I got indications from having a wee shuffle before I went live that there are definitely some masculines that I feel you're actually being really creative while you're doing this shadow work because I pulled the poet and the underworld. So what that's saying to me is, oh, look at that. The vow was sneaking in there on the back there. So yeah, I really do. Oh my God, yeah. So that's actually quite. So it's kind of like there's definitely something there about, I feel Scorpio season being significant for people being inspired towards like unions and like, writing things and stuff like that. And I mean, Christ, that could even be writing a text, you know what I mean? But it's kind of like yeah, so whatever that means to different people. But um now, my intention of coming on here tonight wasn't actually to do like the usual. It was to come on and do a bit of a grounding like meditation. So I'll either like wrap this up with that on the same live stream, which probably would be wise, or I'll come off and I'll come on again and do that. Only if someone reminds me though. Um, but yeah, at first I'm just going to do some collective messages because I got so many downloads yesterday on 1010, and I can't even believe that was just yesterday. I don't even know where to start. I mean, does anybody else feel like, the last 4 years have felt like some kind of apocalyptic film anyway, but I still can't even quite believe that. Yeah, like I said, I'm finding it hard to even find the words because do you know what, right? I'm gonna speak for other people here because I know other people will be feeling the same. Now, like I said, you don't have to feel exactly the same as me, but my view on all the stuff about the storm is it is very real, right? It is very real. Like I have got online friends where um like it's either like their homes have been directly affected or like their loved ones' homes or like, whole places have been destroyed. You know what I mean? So it is very real. And again, like, these I'm sure, if you've done that kind of doom scrolling, but some of those shorts where it's like people's actual houses floating away. Because I mean, some of the mixture of things that are floating about are ones from the Helene hurricane, and then and then some of the ones are like literally just from the other day. And but like I said, it is quite difficult because it's very real, but surely anybody you can you see the fear mongering that did go on. So basically I'm holding both truths, right? So again, I'm doing my, and it's, sorry, I'm laughing at the astrology because this is basically what I'm trying to say is we have to learn to find grounding and humor. Like basically you are allowed to find things that bring you joy and laughter in these dark times because basically there's going to be a lot of dark things going on in the world. There always is anyway. But it's so yeah, try and find the middle ground there. And like I said, I really am embodying the sun in my 12th house right now in Libra. Which the rest of me will see it embody me by not actually seeing me on camera, which is quite funny. Although I think tomorrow, if I get some energy from somewhere, I am going to film the next 3 weeks worth of shorts and 3 minute, what we can't call it shorts, but the 3 minute videos that they're bringing in. So I will be on camera for some of them and the rest will be in my hands, but I'm going to film them all. Yeah, it's going to have to be tomorrow now because I didn't do it today. Because I don't want to be filming them in real time. But basically the point is there was a lot of fear mongering going on in the sense of what freaked me out was those news broadcasts. Did you see like how many there was different, they always do that, don't they? On the American news and the weather, it flabbergasts me how they're literally all reading the same script. Because it was like that thing where it was like, but that thing was like so apocalyptic. Like when they show you that, you know what I mean? The waves could surge to like 10 feet and 15 feet, and they were showing like that's terrifying. That is like the films I don't like to watch. I remember I started watching the one that was basically meant to be about the tsunami on Boxing Day. What's that one called? I remember watching a bit of that once, and I thought actually can't watch any more of this because it was horrifying. Because it's like it's like a husband and wife and their kids get say oh it's just oh and it was just too real, you know what I mean? And so that's what um, and that I think when it just kind of puts into perspective when it's like, like people actually have went through like, I mean, there are people that have died. There are people that have lost their life. There are people that are probably still even now stranded and, holiday makers that can't get home and stuff like that. So all that stuff is real and it's going to take months of cleanup for these small little places to find some sort of normality again, which is never it's never ever going to be the same, is it? Like, and that's people have grown up. So again, like I said, it is real and it is very sad. So I'm basically acknowledging that, but I'm also at the same time acknowledging that there was definitely a bit of like they were harvesting a lot of fear, which they always do on these basically, what I'm saying is it's no coincidence. I was about to say I've got to be careful what I say, but I'm fucking saying it, haven't I? So that's why I'm saying, look, this membership, it's not a membership. This membership might be short-lived. Um, if I have to put it somewhere else, do you know what I mean? But I will, if I have to pick it up and do it another way, um, on some kind of other platform, I am prepared to do that basically. But for now, it's on here. And so basically what I'm saying is yeah, it is just interesting. Do you know what I mean? Like there was, what I want to say is I wrote notes down on my phone, but in fact, I'm just going to read from that, right? Because all those downloads were really big ones to the point where I'm well aware if there's bigger channels that snoop on me in that, watch this, like look out for other people that will actually like fucking regurgitate what I've said and claim it's theirs. But anyway, whatever. We'll not focus on that. I don't think we're at that point. But um, I'm going to read what I wrote. Um, oh wait a minute, I'll have to get off here and then go on here. But yeah, it was the biggest thing that I've put in the community tab there was I was kind of mind blown when, like I said, I was really tired yesterday because I've been babysitting and they were total angels, but it was just because I could not sleep all night, feeling the world energy going on. It was horrendous, and I know that I spoke to some of yous, through email, and I know that some of you felt it. That was horrible, and like I said, I'm basically that's the dark side of like talk about underworld. That's where I'm going to be for the next 3 weeks is so please pray for me. I know the haters will be fucking loving it, but I, could be experiencing really some quite intense well dreams, but also nightmares. And like yeah, the psychic attack will be an all-time high. So that's why I'm really protecting my energy and doing lots of nice things for me. And Yeah, even the fact that happiness hater wanted to jump in when I'm celebrating like my membership, you know what I mean? But basically there's always fucking happiness haters. That's the point. So you can't let them stop you, whatever it is you're doing in life to be happy. And to make others happy, you know what I mean? Um, but yeah, it did gobsmack me because I love the Truman Show. It is, I don't know if I'd say it's one of my favorites, but I mean, it probably is. Like, I know it really well, and it is the ultimate awakening film, I feel. But it is so twin flame awakening too, because of the fact that right from the start of the film, you see that he's always like sneaking away to look at the picture that he's having to make up with the magazines of the one he's really in love with. And that like, he's just kind of like stomaching the one he's actually with. And it's there is a lot of reality in that, sadly, for no, all twin flames, but a lot of twin flames, and regardless, switch the genders about, whatever, whoever's who. Um, but what actually stood out was the fact that it starts on day whatever, and I couldn't believe that it was 9 10, you know what I mean? It must have been 9:10. Where's the post actually? Yeah, because I circled it. Day, what is the other number? Wait a minute. Oh no, no, that's what it is. Yeah, so it's day 10,909, but that is 9:10:9. So and in America, you put the month first, so that it was 10:9 that all of that build up and was getting prepared, and then it went into the 10:10 portal. That is no coincidence, by the way. Nothing's ever a coincidence. And they were conjuring up, you know what I mean, energy. And so whether you want to see it as they were conjuring up dark energies, which then fucks off the energetic weather and it creates that, or whether you can see for plainly what I'm saying about the Truman in the so we'll talk in that way. In the Truman Show is what I'm talking about, of course. In the Truman Show, there is a scene where they're trying to stop him escaping what would be the equivalent of the Matrix. They're trying to stop him escaping where he lives and, the unhappy life that he's in an unhappy relationship and an unhappy everything, basically. They're trying to escape him moving out his comfort zone by creating literal storms and changing the weather around him. And also because he's afraid of water you know what I mean? And it's like, they're basically manipulating they're creating the weather to stop um him. So it was just quite interesting that that was really sticking out at me. And it's very questionable the films that Sky Movies actually decided to put on when that was happening. And I've said this before, but it's like that is not a coincidence either. Like, I mean, I'm sure that, and then also even today on here, talk about bad timing, but is that some kind of weird? Oh, I don't know. Like, now I'm going really dark with this, but there was a dance song that was released today that's actually called Hurricane, and I was like, am I seeing things? Like that's no synchronicity. That feels like taking the piss. Like it's a bit insensitive, really, like majorly so. But like, look, it's in my history. I'll find it. Yeah, Dylan Francis Rusko, Hurricane. The song's actually called Hurricane. Like, are they taking the fucking piss? Like, anyway, I don't know whether he saw. I mean, maybe it was already planned to come out or something, but I found that very like not tasteful. But because that's talking about a hurricane and love or something. I never even bothered listening to it. I'm not gonna lie. But then there was another song. I saw Calvin Harris has released one with Ellie Goulding that's called Free. I didn't listen to that either, but again, what I got from it was like breaking free. And because in the Truman Show, he's breaking free from the Matrix. But it was more the weather thing. And like I said, I did just think that was nuts that the actual date that that started happening and then they put that on. There's no such thing as coincidence. So those of you that like that kind of, decoding, I suppose they call it, don't they? It's I can definitely see some weird connections there. Just with the bits that are in the film as well. And then, to bring it away from because that's the collective stuff. Because that's going to be the interesting thing about when I channel all these messages tomorrow for the next 3 weeks, which let's face it, that isn't realistic. So I'll channel as many as I can get out in that time and then have a rest for a week and then do the rest. It is going to be quite a lot of world messages that I bring through, I feel, because of the sun being in my 12th house of the collective, because my Pluto's there all the time. But yeah, I just thought that was weird. So, what else? I'm just going to read this. So, I've basically said all of that. Yeah, so I get symbolic of the karmic energies, whoever that is in masculine's life, trying to distract them and hold them back from up leveling in their life, even if it's not towards their twin flame, just up leveling in your life. Did I or did I not, girls, just actually give a message like that in the membership that we were so, keeping it kind of cryptic, but I was doing a timeless New Earth message after like doing the usual, like I pray for people and um I don't always basically the first level of the membership isn't usually doing cards, but because I was basically making up for not being there as much, I did just do people quick cards there. But if you want that once a month, that is the next level up, the Rainbow Warriors. So you can read the list anyway. But I'll put it in the comments after this. But yeah, it's one somebody had just said something about something related, and then I pulled cards. So it's quite cryptic. I pulled cards that were so it was basically like just linked to what somebody just said, but it was for the collective. So people that are either in there now or that will join. And it was along these lines of whenever you're celebrating something good, there's always going to be a happiness hater somewhere. So it's and also like see how that's connected to the wee video that I've done telling people I was coming on here. So anyway, lots of synchronicity. But yeah, there's always karmic, there's always going to be a karmic someone or a karmic a lot of people trying to hold you back from where you want to go. So if that's up leveling your business, look out for the people that don't celebrate if you share with them. I'd actually just I'd actually just maybe swerve even celebrating with people that there's even the slightest bit of doubt that they're gonna, if someone's got the ability to sort of not celebrate something for you, maybe just don't even bother fucking saying it until you're a bit more further in. But you can be the decider of that because it's a shame. It is good to celebrate with like-minded as well. It is, but you've got to be discerning with that. Um, yeah, so there's all of that, and I wrote then Truman Show, they gaslight him about seeing his dad, or you're imagining it. Yeah, so that could be like equivalent to when people are gaslighting you if you're the masculine or feminine, depending on what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, but anything in your life, like just people try to talk you out of it, like it's a bad thing. And then you can read all of that other stuff yourself. It's definitely going to be huge synchronicities in that, I can feel. But yeah, basically the masculines are noticing all the lies and the fake masks, and the masculines are waking up. Some of you have been awake for a long time. Some of you are just stirring and waking up now. Some of you, well, those of them that, well, the thing is, it's quite interesting. I was about to say, those of you that aren't spiritually awake to it, because there definitely have been people that have tuned in and you're not spiritually awake, and maybe it's just intriguing to be like, I don't get this, but I'm going to keep watching. But it could have just been like, they wanted you to hang around because you're still getting the downloads, you're still getting the light codes and that and the activations, whether you realize it or not, and then they'll wake you up when it's time. That's the way that I would see it. Um, but yeah, definitely for the thing about like where she's got her fingers crossed and that in the wedding picture, there's definitely something significant there about some masculine seeing that this is a false union because there's cards sitting over here. I'm going to have to get them. The thumbnail is I mean, I just don't know what it is about. Like, I can't even seem to fucking pick one or two cards. I have to have about a million. But look, some people are in false illusion unions, which remember, it doesn't need to mean literal marriages. This can just be with the wrong person, but it can be marriages as well, which is what we call a karmic marriage. Um, and which remember, you could be quite happy in a karmic marriage for a while, but it's not for everything. And then the true love union. So the true love unions are the true twin flames, but it's just some people have been in a false union. But surrender to the divine, the full moon, like this, the full moon in Aries is going to bring the truth if it's not brought already. And I do feel there's apologies, forgiveness, and returns coming in. So love it, guys. And that might even happen in the Pisces moon right the um before the Aries moon on Wednesday, because Pisces is right before Aries. You see, and Pisces is unconditional love, true love, twin flames, soulmate vibes, all that kind of jazz. Um, Was there anything else in that? Oh yeah, and then the Superman stuff as well. That was all really quite nuts too. Again, you kind of had to be there. You had to be me. So I'm just trying to relay it as good as I can. But yeah, when I watched Superman, the original one before, I got loads of downloads. And it's specifically the only way I can describe it is when I watch that, I feel like I am embodying the masculine. I can't really describe it anyway, but it's because it's kind of like how And the reason I know they're saying that is because look, like if it wasn't going to be warm in here, I had my Wonder Woman hoodie. So it's like how I feel strongly connected to Wonder Woman, right? And Superwoman too, actually. I like Superwoman. I've got a Superwoman vest, but I don't actually think it'd fit me now because it was quite tight as a tiger at the time, and now it's there might be something significant about the tiger. That is my feminine energy. But you know what I mean? So it's like I feel like I see Superman and stuff like that for the masculines, or just like men, divine feminines, whatever, however you vibe it, but maybe a bit. I'll keep it on for a minute, but I might get a bit hot. Um, yeah. So, but yeah, there was loads. It was there's really like it's cheesy but nice bits. Like there is a bit when they're flying through the air, and it's like he's reading her mind, and but it's quite cool that it's clever the way it's designed. It's like she's like, "Are you reading my mind right now? Do you realize how amazing you are? Do you realize it?" You know what I mean? And it's you'll have to watch it. It's a really good film actually. And then And then there is another bit where, but yeah, the bit about the whole earthquake fact, that kind of, again, it does freak me out to be like this because I'm just passing on the messages. And, I can't help but notice. So again, I'm praying that there is not going to be any kind of like earthquakes or anything like that in any of these places. And I'm not going to claim to know about earthquakes and geography and all of that, but I know that there are places where it is more likely to happen. And I know it would be that because that's what that's what was in. Wait a minute. Oh, fuck. If that happens, I'll fucking scream. But it's this deck that the card, the fault line is in. And I did mention that on the and that's what they did even use that word. And it was just the fact that the whole film is about like he doesn't give a fuck that he's killing innocent people and he's doing it for the money, like Lex Luthor. So yeah. Oh yeah, and that was see, look, I feel like the energy's distracted me from what I was meaning by I kind of do feel there's something in the fact that like the it was really like the fear was really, really hyped up about the hurricane, right? Like I feel it is because like they might be trying to trick you a bit that it's like so that like it's like the boy who cried wolf. Because again, I can link this to the twin flame journey too, because it's like so you right, I'll deal with the collective thing first. Because they done all of that, right? And then, yes, it was really devastating and bad, and it was a lot worse in some places, like terrifying, really. I could, like I've said before, I could not live somewhere like that. I'd be fucking on edge. I'd be totally on edge. Um, I even don't like it where I live when the sea's rough and going a bit crazy. Because to be real, like I don't even think that's out the realms of possibility. Like I have had dreams since I was a tiny wee girl about the sea reaching window level where I live. And if saying that right now in public with like local people, they'll be thinking you're fucking crazy. But I actually don't think things like that are that crazy. I don't. It's the sea. The sea's unpredictable. Do you know what I mean? Um, but I just feel with things like the pole shift and everything like that, and I just know. So I don't. This is oh God, they're making me say things I really like to just sort of keep in, but mm, yeah, I think that they're talking to me about things, but I do think that is stuff for the membership. So I'm not just doing like a I'll get them to give me that again when I'm talking to the membership. But it's kind of like there's definite downloads I got quite a while about. I get about when I start seeing certain things in the media about this and that happening. It's like a big, huge red flag about being extra wary and cautious about the times that we're in. And I've seen several things that were my red flag, and I'm like, oh God. So. It's just depending on where you are in the world, it's like you'll be prepared, like definitely. And again, I suppose this is mainly going out to certain parts of the world, but I would say UK as well, don't be ignorant. Like make sure that you have got your cupboard stocked and your fridge and your freezer and that, you know what I mean? Just like make sure that you have got resources just in case there is any kind of crazy kind of low I don't know, food shortages and toilet roll and whatever, you know what I mean? Because the thing is, although the whole toilet roll shortage thing is fucking ridiculous, it does actually become real because so many people buy into the ridiculousness. You could be going for the bog roll and there's none fucking left, do you know what I mean? which isn't funny. But do you know what I'm saying? Just don't like think about how many things were called a conspiracy 4 years ago, which are now real. Like, yeah, if people think that that weather is all natural, you need to really open your third eye. It's not all natural. Um, but it is causing devastation. And yeah, there's people in the world that don't care about that. So just like some other things caused death and devastation, and they don't care about that. So open your third eye, basically. So I know that's quite a strong message, but remember it is going to be with my son in the 12th house. So not my son. My son, oh, actually, that's quite a good point. My son, my Aries son, actually is in the 6th house, which is opposite the 12th house, remember? So that's why I am here to be of service every single day. So I might not be live every day, but remember, I am actually recharging with the hopes of doing that. So we'll see how that goes. But I have done it before, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like that's what they've been preparing me for because that's what my soul's purpose is. Like I've got the energy to do it, being a generator, nearly dropped that card. Um, and but I'll have more energy to do it when I take some rest and some time off and just some playtime and just some downtime. You know what I mean? Um, but with the sun in Libra right now being in my 12th house, that's what I mean. It is quite it's interesting because I'm used to being doing a lot and being of service every day. So it is it's gonna be interesting to see how long I can actually take that time to just chill out and stuff. But anyway, so I've stopped on the venom and the crone. I don't like that message. So, you know, that all speaks to me of like an older female sort of energy and the venom. So there's definitely a karmic energy, an older female energy around somebody that's not got your best interests. Yeah, the animal and the healer, the pilgrim. So that's somebody going on a journey, the hunter, the masculine. Yeah, the queen. The queen, you know, if you watch me regular enough, you'll know that the queen often does come out as like an overpowering sort of energy as well. So, that yeah, these messages are very Pluto direct actually. The unseen, yeah. So again, I think one of the messages there is maybe there's something about even if that's just for one person, there's definitely like older sort of female energies, whoever that might be in relation to you, around you that are being exposed. Like, so maybe like you couldn't look. Remember, look how I was just saying, open your third eye. Maybe whatever you couldn't see about this person, whoever this is speaking to, whether you're male or female, divine feminine, divine masculine, maybe you can now see what you couldn't see before. I've just then cut it the poet and the lover as well. I wonder if that's specifically right. You know, so this is might be going off topic, but it's not because they're going to. I think they're telling me like there's somebody around. So again, remember this could be anyone around you, but there's somebody around one of the masculines that you've got a gift for literal poetry or writing something. And it could even be like things to do with like divine love and poetry, but like you showed it like to like some kind of older female energy and they've not encouraged you with it. So whoever that is to anyone, you know what I mean? Like I'm actually because now I'm being shown like clairvoyantly, like I have worked with people that have that exact gift, like writing poetry to do with love. Um, it's mainly females that I'm seeing right now in the masculine energy. But you see, that could speak to you too, but I was getting more of a male vibe. So it doesn't necessarily need to be the obvious like that. It doesn't need to be like someone's mum. I mean, it could be too though, but it could be like somebody's like older auntie or older friend. Or I'm wondering if it's like even like other. I mean, like I say, like because Pluto direct is in Capricorn, which is work, career, calling. That could even be like showing it to other professionals, whatever that is, and like not getting support because that is, isn't it, girls? That is actually very in line with the message that came through in the membership. Yeah, because basically the cards that came out in the membership were it was like I'd just given a nice message and it was like, why does this shit always come out? We know why. It's because I can see it where others can't. But it was deception and it was creative endeavor, so it was very clear there is deception around a creative diva. So, and like I said, that could even be like for me, like that could be people gossiping about me launching a membership at all when I've only got over 1,000 subscribers. But who gives a fuck, guys? Do you know what I mean? As long as you've got a handful of wee people that like what you do and there's a need for it, fucking bash on. Do you know what I mean? Who fucking cares? Because you know what I mean? It's like I said, I've been helping people with massive channels from fucking day dot. So none of it makes sense. What I do full stop doesn't make sense to a lot of people. If I fucking tried to make it make sense to people, I wouldn't have started in the first, you know what I mean? It's none of it. I've got my moon conjunct Uranus. Don't try and work me out, basically, because I'll surprise you every time. And it's an Aquarius moon. That is about surprises. So what else do we need to know? Because I like working with these cards. The sha the shadow. Exactly. I actually thought it said the shaman, and that would have been relevant too, but look, the shadow. This is about shadow integration. Right now, we're still in the last of Libra season. It is about, well, more than the last of it, you know, I mean, there's still quite a while of it. We are balancing our light and our dark. Some of you are more in the shadow than the light, you know, and you might have quite a few months of it to go, or even a year, depending on where you are, because you've got to do that deep shadow work. Some of you have been in it about a year, I would say 2 years, however it is for different people, or a year and a half, you know, whatever it is, and you're coming out of it, and you might be like, I can't even believe that I'm out of this. What have I just fucking went through? You know, you could be getting your energy back, it's kind of feeling I'm tapping into there. But whatever it is, it's like, and some of you that have already, that would be quite a good thumbnail actually, the shadow. And some of you that have done this deeper shadow work and shadow integration, you might be getting called to step in to be in more of service, like helping other people with this, you know, like what does that actually mean? And again, that's why I'm really proud of my work, that I can get really down to that subconscious block and the part of you that is hiding, basically, because people trust me. You know what I mean? And you're right to trust me in that space with just me and you, whether it is over Zoom or occasionally people that I help in person. It is just me and you, and you're safe. And it's like I create that bubble of a compassionate cocoon, which Charlotte named it, but you know, that safe, yeah, compassionate cocoon. It's just better than, see what I mean? I can't even remember what I said. And you're safe in that. And also, it's like the way that I get guided to do it is like just get it all out, cry it out, get angry, whatever, and then we're going to fucking leave that shit in the past. Do you know what I mean? It's different if you're doing therapy with me. That would be more about, you need, there's some people, and you'll know if this is you, you actually do need to talk about this stuff to get it out, because it's making you physically ill in some cases, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically ill. So it's different people need different things. And then there's other people that have sort of moved through all of this, and like you'll be guided to me for more like coaching and, you know, supporting you with your psychic gifts, because I did see Lexi saying that you can't wait for the Claire's course there. So like, yeah, I'm excited about that too. I think I'll do that around Sagittarius season, um, but yeah, the comic in the cave. So basically, I feel that's definitely going to specifically speak to some of you that might have tried to hide whatever pain you were in through like jokes. And I feel this might be all the kind of people that resonate, whether you're male or female, with hiding what you're going through behind a joke and a laugh. Because if you've watched that other wee video, that came in towards the end, it's about someone's going inwards to get in touch with that more deeper side of them so that they stop doing that. Because it's a defense mechanism that loads of people have. Like I have it at certain points too when it's needed, you know what I mean? But I do know when to stop and be serious as well. And it is good to know, you know, that there's a time and a place, because some things just aren't fucking funny, are they? So you shouldn't make a joke. But um see, I went really serious here. Yeah, the Starborn. I actually kind of feel that's about, there's a lot of you that are ready to just break out of your shell, break out your cocoon and become the butterfly, because they're pulling me the butterfly when I said that. But it's going to surprise you when it happens. The thread. This to me is about the red string of fate that connects twin flames. It doesn't matter how far you go, where you go in the world. When you're true twin flames, you're always connected. The mystic, yeah. And again, you're that with each other. It's a mystical connection. It just is. But some of you might be a natural mystic or a modern mystic like me. And the lover, yeah, you've got a mystical modern connection, you and your lover. It's quite funny the way I said that. But anyway, right, so that was all the wee messages I wanted to come out. Also, the card that I pulled in the membership was, of course, 21. It was. And also, it was I am the Grail, hold on to your power. So the thing that I find special about that is whenever the card comes out that's the one on the front of the book, it feels like an extra special important message. And notice how that is the one that's come out in the membership. So that is the difference, that my guides know when to crank things up a gear when it is the paid content. So yeah, so that's quite important. So that there's a need to hold on to your power at this time. I feel like I want to go this time. God, I'm actually really hungry. But remember, when I talk about being hungry, that's actually my guide sign about sexual energy. So that I'm like genuinely, literally pretty hungry. Um, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. Wow. Oh my God. So I'm saying oh my God because I pulled the Divine Feminine in the membership there, I think, and I pulled it out in the, or it might have been in that other wee one there. But yeah, Wisdom of the Divine Feminine. The Divine Feminines have come into full 100% Empress mode, ones that are connecting with this. And this actually now ties into downloads that I got, over the past couple of days. Was there's definitely, if you resonate with feeling that your twin has been going through a purification process, either for the last year or possibly even the last couple of years, like, like the last sorts of bits of it, um, this message could be for you. Or obviously you could be the masculine that you feel that sort of tying in with you. I really do feel it. It's like things are balancing out now, for talks, like for reunions and for physical unions, depending on how that resonates. So I feel that's what that wisdom of the divine feminine's about. So what have we got for the masculine? I didn't ask it like that, but they're telling me that's how that's come out. But also that is about the masculine is now getting in more connection with their own feelings where they were running away from them. And that now feels like the video I done earlier. So where it is the masculine to go with the feminines that are in that full empress mode, or however you would word it if you're a male in feminine energy. Oh, God. Like, oh my God, like seriously, that's why I'm like, do you know what? I might actually scrap it. Like, no, I am going to give myself a week, but I think it might just be like a week because I kind of do want to do some channeling while my son's in the 12th house because, again, I know this happens all the time, so it's maybe just feeling more like wow to me because but look, alchemical mutation, and that is absolutely about. Look, that man is going through a process. And also, what's quite interesting is it's 31 on it, so that's Halloween. So, and again, I've got loads of decks about Halloween, right? But I don't know, like more stuff was sort of brought to light and just really emphasized to me over the past sort of 4 years. But really, I'd say it was like even maybe even just like the last 2, 3 years where I just don't really feel drawn to like a lot of my Halloween. And some of them are fucking expensive, but you know what I mean? It's because um just all the dark fuckery that is done around this time, you know what I mean? But like, and I mean really dark stuff. Like, it's kind of in line with, I spoke about this in the video earlier, but I got guided to the most sickening video. It only was published 5 days ago, but it's just basically, it is like Pluto Direct stuff. It was just basically like a woman that was keeping too many kids. Well, actually, it's not. I can't even. I'm not even saying it. It was just you could. If you want to watch it, you can see what I said in another video. But it was like she was running a daycare place, but it was like she was like she had way too like ridiculously over the amount that she was meant to be looking after. But there was definitely more sinister shit. It was basically a psychopath completely because it was like she lied to the. And again, I don't know why the fuck they showed me that with this. Like, it'll make sense to someone, but I mean, I think it's more of a collective message that it's like any people that have been like not doing right by kids and things like that. Like, and again, this is anyone that knows me well will know that. Like, through working in nurseries and childcare places, like since I was like, well, the first nursery I worked in, I was like 18, 19. I was always forever noticing shit like that, and I really used to hate it when they would leave like one person because basically there's a ratio, you know what I mean? It's like one, I don't know what it is now, it might change, but it was always like one person to 3 babies. So you should have that amount of adults for every 3 babies. But let me fucking tell you, a lot of places do not go by that because it means they have to pay people more money. Um, And it's fucking wrong and it's sick because these places charge a fortune, the parents, and pay their staff fuck all. If it's changed, please enlighten me, but it probably has got worse. But but yeah, so it was along those lines, but like crank it up times 10. So again, I'm sorry, I don't like delivering those messages because I don't, it's, and that's what I mean. It's like that's part of my calling. I have to deliver uncomfortable truths, but it is just good to be aware of. Like, I hope that you have vetted and you trust the people that are actually looking after your kids because there are some horrible fuckers out there in the world. That's basically the point of it. And that's what I got guided to. It gave me the absolute fucking creeps. So if you decide to watch it, watch it. But again, you might have seen it yourself because it's went viral. Like, anyway, it was more just the woman was totally off her rocker. She was like, they were like, we can hear kids. Are you hiding kids? She's like, no, I haven't got a basement. What are you talking about? I mean, I wanted to laugh there at nurse, but it was like she was no, she was. She was hiding them in like a secret part of the house. And she was like smiling like a psycho and denying it. And then it was so weird. Oh, it's really, I need the sage. I need the sage. So yeah, and I've not quite came across that level of psycho, but pretty close to it, trust me. People like, because it can even be like talking about people on a power trip. But anyway, I told these stories in the one earlier. Send that away. I don't want to talk about that horrible shit. But again, it is because the sun is in my 12th house. That's hidden stuff, secrets. Pluto has went direct in Capricorn, strict, serious shit. That's serious shit. You don't just fucking leave your kid with anyone, do you? Well, I'd fucking hope not. The other thing the thing that was a bit worrying was even when they phoned some of the parents and they were like, "Oh, we've got concerns around," they weren't coming. Like, so I'm like, is it people that are just kind of like not? Oh, I don't know. You can make up your own mind if you decide to watch that. Right. I'd be interested if anyone else had kind of like saw it anyway, but. Alchemical mutation. So that is definitely about the masculines, male, female, that are going through this alchemical process, like particularly the shadow, because the shadows come out there. And like I said, the two cards that I pulled before I went live were the poet and the underworld. So I just feel they were saying it's like masculines that are in this deep, introspective shadow work and remember, some people could be privately in that in their own wee world in a house with karmic people too. So it just depends how it kind of makes sense to people. But I really do want to read that. I've not got the book through here though. But yeah, that basically makes sense that you've got the feminine sitting in their empress wisdom and just detached and doing your thing and focused on other things like that are more probably things you weren't as focused on before. So if all your attention was going on, oh, where's my twin flame? And I want my twin flame and I'm heartbroken and this and that, all the drama of it. I feel you're being pulled away from that and you're focused on things that are actually going to heal the connection overall. You know what I mean? And it's like now the masculine is kind of in the thick of it. And they could, if they've been in the thick of it for quite a while, or if you have been in the thick of it for quite a while, you could be about to come out and there's just more happy, peaceful. In fact, tell us what is next for those twins. Because like you said, I feel that message specifically, bits of it are if you've already been feeling this anyway. So, it's important here that that you don't make this message yours if it's not likely that it's yours. If you're only getting to a place of healing from codependency and learning to like and love yourself, it's unlikely that you're about to come into physical union kind of vibes, you know what I mean? But there are people that I'm not going to insult your intelligence. You've been on this journey a long time, there's change happening, blah 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 blah. What's for those people? Oh, that one wants to. Divine talent, yeah. And that's how you know, because it's like what I'm saying, like you'll be guided to getting focused on, up leveling in your business if you've already been doing stuff a while, or nurturing your divine talent, learning skills or bringing it out of you, or joining memberships that are being launched right now to help you with this stuff. See what I mean? I used humor to disguise promoting the business, so I'm owning it. But it's like it's true, like my gift is helping you find yours. And that's been my tagline from the very start. So, you will find you'll trust me, you'll find even more talents through being through doing that work in the membership, but also definitely I would say in conjunction with doing one-to-one work with me. And definitely if you decide to do the clear stuff with me, when I start that up. Because like I said, whenever I've ran that before, it was meant to be a weekly sort of psychic school thing, and people just came once and like their clairs were blasted open. So it'll happen again in an even bigger way, I feel. So initiation by air. So yeah, what I'm feeling about that is I definitely feel this is about for some twin flames watching this, there's something significant about I'm feeling specifically February. Um that could be really like some kind of significant shift there. So you might be like, oh no, that's ages away. But I am just actually being reminded that like we're in an air season right now. It's Libra season. But what I've got to be honest, it wasn't Libra that I got right away. It was Aquarius. So whatever that means to you. Hold your center, yeah, and that's what this is really about as well. Like hold from Braveheart, hold. So some of you might need to hold because it's not yet time, but it's about to be time. And so, you need to do that deeper healing. But some of you, it's like get grounded because there's exciting things about to happen. Yeah, look, but some of you not because you're in that process. So you don't get to know. They like to keep the element of surprise. Star Child, oh God, they're bringing in that. So again, that came up on. Again, Again, that came up on the shorts as well, but it's like, and it's not funny either. It's just because it's like, it's just, I'm just laughing at the amount of like heavy fucking messages that are coming through with my son in the 12th house. Yeah, it's definitely these downloads keep coming through about these star children, these crystal children, these new earth babies, the next generations. Um, that is why I'm just, where did I give that message? Was that in the oh, that was in the membership. I just gave a message like that. Eh? That sorry, I'm going to read these comments in a minute. It's just sort of it's coming out of me like lava. But it's yeah, just if you are twin flames in union and I don't know, and there's things like pregnancies or planning to like pregnancies, like just keep all of this to yourself because there are horrible, horrible people in the world, like what I've just described on that fucking psycho video. But there are horrible people out there in the world that actually do spells and rituals and black magic to prevent this, like to even prevent you even fucking getting down with each other to fucking create the child. Do you know what I'm saying? But even when there are children that are created, there are people that literally do horrible shit to make it not come. So the best thing to do is just don't tell people. So obviously that isn't for everyone, but and because what they're showing me is like there is this. You probably see, like again. I don't actually. No, I'm not actually going to actually. I'm not going to say who it is because um yeah, I'm not going to say who it is, but you'll see if you kind of I don't know I don't know who tunes into what, but I follow quite a lot of these couples that they'll be on. Yeah, they're definitely on TikTok and that too, which I can't stand. But there's a lot of couples that I follow in here that have got wee shorts and that, and there's one in particular. So again, if you know who I'm talking about, then hello, how are you doing, Pharaoh? Again, Pharaoh, what do you want me to call you? And I noticed it isn't. Is it Pharaoh? Because I noticed it isn't even Pharaoh. It's fuck's sake, I don't even know. What do you want me? You said before. Um, but eh? Why have you wrote that? I might need to take that away, Tina, because they might flag that up. But is that because you're about to say something that are yeah, I get what you're saying, but I might need to take that away. Yeah. So if you're here live, yeah, I'm going to take that away because I think they will. So I hear what you're saying, and yeah, it is very sad. But what do you think, people? What do you think? I think I should maybe take that away. I'm surprised they didn't filter that. Fuck's sake, they filtered you saying fuck in the. They didn't, sorry to laugh, but they didn't even let you say fuck in the private one, but they're letting you say that on the. Because I think it is a trigger warning, but I think it's kind of like so much of a trigger warning that I think I should take it off. But this takes so long for. Could we have a bit of a Could we have a bit of a. What do we. I'm feeling more take it off than. But yeah, but I agree, sadly. again, can happen to male, female, anyone. It's, but where was I with that? But yeah, but because that I've kind of what I'm talking about just now is it's yeah, these babies are prevented from coming in because they are the generations that are going to change more of the world. Um, so yeah, it makes sense to me that like, these unions get stopped before they've even got a chance, before you're even anywhere near that for some of you, depending on what. Um, right, what else do you want to tell us about that? But again, it's clearly a big theme right now because it's come out in the shorts and it's just come out again. Right, you've took it down, yeah. Do you see what I mean though? I think because they do go through things and they'll but I more just think just for people watching it on replay and stuff, I think it's too kind of got basically when you and anyone else, when you're going to say things like that, don't actually put the real words. Do you know what I mean? Like just sort of hint at it. That's what I would say. That would be my feeling on it, just from. But yeah, but unfortunately, you're 100% spot on. But yeah, um, and if there do happen to be anyone watching that, I mean, they're not going to know what we're saying now, but like if anybody is watching this and you have basically been a victim of, well, yeah, abuse, of any kind, then just know that I'm very highly skilled and adept, I think the word would be. Like that's what I'm very good at supporting people with. So unfortunately I have heard a lot of things in the 10 years of working with people like this. So I can, if you trust me, I can be somebody that can support you with that. Right, so, but that would definitely be therapy. So, um, although these things, it's important to say that although I'm saying that, that would be therapy, like these darker things that have happened to people, they do come up in healing sessions too. So, again, it's that thing about it takes a village. Like, so for instance, like you could go to like a healer of any sort of kind, like a one-off session, and it could trigger something that brings up a traumatic memory, which then could bring you the forefront, like, oh shit, I really need to go and get a counselor. I need a therapist. You know what I mean? It's but it's just like what I say on Hero of the Time is if you're already watching here and you're a twin flame, especially, um, it does make more sense to get that with me because I'd imagine if you've been here a long time, you're going to trust me more than most, and it just people do just open up to me really easily, and I can handle it. It's important people hear that. I listen to people of all ages, younger, much older than me, the same age, male, female. It's what I'm here to do. So. See what I mean? Pluto's direct, big messages. 11, 11 messages in the numbers, and then also look, 11 November. So yeah, I feel that they're definitely talking about from like we're still in the 1010 portal energy. It's like from the 1010 portal that we've just come out of, and the energy that was well basically generated and also harvested from the fear that was created there. Like there's a lot of unions taking place basically, and there always is this time of year. But also union was the first card on um the other video today. Trust in the plan. 13 divine feminine, but yeah, trust in the plan. Everybody's twin flame journey's got a different plan. Some of our templates might be scarily similar, but you've got a unique plan. It reminds me of the adjustment bureau. Trust the plan or deviate from the plan. The whole thing about the adjustment bureau is step aside, deviate from the plan because they're trying to keep them apart and they're wanting to be together, but everybody is trying to keep them apart. Oh, I know why they're getting me to say that. Wow. That is because that thing I watched the other day. Now I want to actually see what it's called before I call it something. Nobody wants this. I was calling it nobody likes this. But it's called nobody, I think it's called nobody wants this, right? And basically, I had the epiphany yesterday that it's called Nobody Wants This because nobody wants them to be together. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you. Acorn. But yeah, It was really funny, and I just watched it all. Like they're probably going to add more episodes, but it's on Netflix, which again I don't like Netflix, right? But I'm not going to lie to you. When I'm at my sister, she's got Netflix. I'm going to watch shit on Netflix. I want to watch, right? So again, I did say like it might because I like that. It's not just because of that. I might just cave and get Netflix, but it's just I'm very, very mindful of what I would watch on it. Particularly, oh my God, actually, I've just remembered how much of a big message this is. What I might need to do is I'm either going to put the written bit of this in the comments of this live, or I'm also going to put it in the community tab because I got really big don't I can't talk big downloads even from that, and that's like I said, it's a comedy and it is really funny at some bits. But I also think because it's like trending number two, so I'm assuming quite a lot of people tuning into this live or on replay. You've either watched it already, watching it now, or you will watch it. And it is really funny, but I noticed connections with the names. So the main guy in it is called Noah, right? I mean, full stop should have just stopped there. But you know what I mean? I can't help noticing like, Noah, Noah's Ark, all the stuff with the water recently. And and then also when I was corresponding with one of you over email, you'd noticed something about Noah, and I was like, oh, there's Noah again, so there's that. Um, and then so obviously Noah's Ark, also his love interest, the one that's I'm saying is like his twin flame, is called Joanne. There's Joanna in the Bible as well, remember? Um, but then this is the thing when it gets really juicy. The one that he's married to, so spoiler alert if you actually want to watch this, but I mean, so you can just click off now or whatever. But I'll try not to spoil it too much. The it's scary because it is like Twin Flames. I was like kind of mind blown when I was watching it because he's not married, but he was there. He had a yeah, he had an engagement ring, but it starts off. I'll just tell you the first one. And it starts off because it's really weird, and again, it's not a coincidence that I actually watched the fourth episode by mistake. Because it was where my sister had watched it up into it, right? So I was like, oh, wait a minute, what the fuck? And I thought, this is a bit weird. Like, I don't even know what this is about. And it was because it was four episodes in. So now it makes sense. Um, and I was also, by the way, very impressed that my sister said, "Oh yeah, you'll actually really love that." And I was like, so to me, that actually shocked me because me and my sister like chalk and cheese. So I was like, "Oh, well done, yes, I did love it." But um, yeah, it starts off that it's like in the first when I did eventually watch the first episode after watching the fourth one, which by the way is fucking hilarious. It's all about like there's a bit all about a vibrator in it. It's just it's really funny. But like it's just really like talk about awkward first dates. Like I think that yeah, that tops it and that's so funny. But like there's that's distracted me. That basically, yeah, in the first episode, it starts off by like the one that he's with, the girlfriend, is like found. She's not only found the engagement ring, she's put it on, right? And he's like, Rebecca, you're wearing a ring that I haven't even given you yet. Can you not see how wrong that is, kind of thing? And she's like, yeah, but you were going to do it anyway, so you may as well. I've just helped you with it, and like I'm wearing it, and we can tell people, and So it's like I knew they were telling me that it was like crazy psycho vibes. Like it is like when women like really force a guy to like propose or like get married. Like okay, not a good idea, women out there. Again, I'm going to keep saying that till people fucking listen. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it was that given that kind of vibe of just like a very controlling, and then also it's the fact that like she's really in there with his mum, and the whole thing about it is that like the mum they're Jewish, so the mum wants him to marry another Jewish woman, which, take out the thing about being Jewish, although that could be relevant to some people, it'll just be like a kind of like control for whoever is going to make sense to, it'll be the controlling mums that kind of want their sons to be with women that they pick or that that they can basically easily manipulate and control too. But that's really what that's all about. Um, but um but yeah, it is funny. But yeah, but the fact that and I had to remind myself that Rebecca in the Bible, like listen to this. Rebecca, and remember this is the karmic energy, right? Because basically that is the first episode, but it's like he like breaks it off her because she's like, wow, crazy. And he's not fulfilled and he's bored. And then he meets this one and it's like exciting something in him. But and that's why it's obviously called Nobody Wants This. But it's how Twin Flames is that? Because nobody when you're true twin flames, it can seem like nobody wants this, but you and your twin flame. And when you really break it down, that's all that should really fucking matter. Do you know what I mean? But it's nice when people are happy for you too, kind of thing. But with a lot of twin flames, it kind of really is that way. You know what I mean? Rebecca is a prominent figure in the Hebrew Bible as the wife of Isaac and mother of Jacob and Isua. I don't know how to say that. Her story is told in Genesis 24 to 27 and includes themes of family feud, sibling rivalry, and devious plots. Rebecca deceives Isaac so that Jacob can receive the blessing instead of Isua. Oh, I think it's actually Isua or something. Rebecca's name comes from the Hebrew word rivka, which means to bind or tie. So basically, that is absolutely talking about toxic women that try to bind men to them that they're not meant to be with them. They're meant to be with their true sacred divine counterpart, sacred union, twin flame, kingdom spouse, whatever you want to call it. They're all the same thing to me. They're not telling people you might listen to them, but that is to me. And like it's just good how that's put across with humor that it's like imagine actually finding imagine finding your engagement ring and not waiting for the person to surprise you and do it, spoiling it, also wearing it and acting like, oh yeah, let's plan the engagement like that. Like so that basically that woman fucked it up because it's like he's like, right, thanks for showing me your level of crazy. Bye. Do you know what I mean? Like it's yeah, weird. But it's like I've said it before, like it's like, it's just the same as like if you're in a unhappy, unfulfilled relationship and you think like having a baby or like getting engaged or getting married is going to fix it. It's not. Sorry to give an uncomfortable truth there, but that's not going to work. Um, so yeah. And then what have I wrote here? She just wanted to mess with. Oh, right. Okay. So that's interesting. So this is further on in the episodes, right? So this is a spoiler alert. So if you want to watch this series, do click off now, right? I'm telling you. So I'm giving you a warning. But I won't. So I don't know why the fuck I've bleeped their names out because that doesn't even matter. But I've wrote she wanted to mess with bleep and bleep. But I think I done that because it's like, think about whatever you and your twin are. They, it's, it's basically an episode where somebody lies about. I'm just trying to think what this is. So yeah, somebody lies to the Joanne's character's family member about Noah getting back with the Rebecca, the ex, that's what it is, right? And then it causes a feud with the Joanne's character with her person, like her family, and but basically the whole point is it was a lie that the Rebecca, the deceiver, and it's just that like I said, so this is what I mean, like I don't think you're going to see anybody else pointing this out. I might be wrong, but I just got this from my own stuff coming through. Is that it is interesting that they have called that character that is deceptive Rebecca, and that's what that means. Like, no, like no, you know what I mean? No thingy to anybody called Rebecca. I mean, I've got family called that, and she's fucking far from that. And Angelic actually, but my cousin's actually born on All Saints Day, so she's totally not like that at all. But it's kind of like maybe she was called that to actually counteract what that name means. Actually, that would make sense to me because she's very pure of heart. But yeah, it's just interesting that she is a deceptive character, and then right, because wait a minute, bring me because it is quite good connections that I made. Yeah, there's a bit where she lies and it causes all this big fucking drama between them all and it nearly splits them up and all that and it makes her fall out a family member and all that. And it comes down to it that it was just a lie. Like the jealous one made it up. The jealous ex made it up. So I basically feel that's a direct message to whoever that's going to make sense to. The jealous ex made it up because she wanted him for herself. Like point blank, full stop. So again, I'm getting that from program, but I could tell that's going to be a message for some Twin Flames out there too. I don't know who, but you can let me know. I'd imagine it's an email and not in public or in a private session. But yeah, she just wanted to mess with bleep your twin flame and bleep you. Nothing she said was true. That's a direct quote from that episode. Um, And then there's a bit when one of the characters says to a family member, "You're my best friend and you always will be." Um, and I just wrote that down because I feel that could be significant for whenever anybody said anything like that to you. So, and then everyone's trying to, yeah, and I've just wrote everyone's trying to break them up. That's obviously why it's called that. And break them up is right for that, but this could even be like, break you apart from even being connected before you're even anything in some people's cases. Um, I want to be a part of your world and I want to be with you. Right, that's a quote too. So, and the ex says, "Did you tell your husband I lied?" And that's again the ex saying to her best friend, who was a part of helping her create this lie and slander and gossip because of trouble. So again, I know what they're doing here. This is actually what's happened in some people's scenarios, but they're getting me to tell you through the program. Again, I'd strongly advise you watch all of this if this is resonating. And then her best friend, no, I think it's the ex Rebecca says to her best friend, "Those fucking sisters have got to go." Because basically it's Joanne and her sister, like, but it's like her sister's maybe like her best friend too. It's like they run a podcast and all that kind of thing. So, but yeah, they even try to, basically that slander and that gossip makes them fall out for an episode. But her sister hadn't even done anything wrong. It all lies with the karmic energy of the masculine. So look how look how direct message that is. It all lands with the karmic energy of the masculine. So that is for some groups of twin flames. It is not on the feminine side. It is the karmic ex of a masculine. So this could be an ex-wife, an ex-girlfriend, an ex-boyfriend, depending on who the masculine is. So clever how they've given that message. But yeah, it's really funny. And I wrote at the top, fear of intimacy, emotional mum. Oh yeah, because there is a bit where it's like, because basically in that as well, like it's like Joanne is the divine masculine at some bits because she's the one that actually is joking and can't really be serious about love because her mum is overly emotional and it makes her uncomfortable. So when he actually tries to be serious with her, so that would be the divine feminine, it's triggering that, and then she tries to run away, but not really. It's not. I'm just kind of anyway, watch it. It's more about the humor, but it is they've got fucking sizzling chemistry. That's why when my sister said, "Oh, there's that, you might like that," and I was like, "Wait a minute, that's that thing that I saw people talking about." So yes, I strongly advise it. Right. So because of all that, let's just now shuffle these. What else was I going to do? Please remind me before I go to do some sort of grounding meditation or something. And pull a I don't know if I need to pull a Pluto card. I've done it on the other. No, we will. What do the masculines want to say after me channeling out all that? Because I feel that could be scarily accurate for not everyone. It's just if it resonates. Because I've saw it for some reason, haven't I? I want to follow my heart. I'd say that does fit because if you've already watched it all, that's totally what it's about. People are going against them being together because they're so different, but they're not actually. They're like perfect match in that. Um, but there's lots of ultimatums. I'm sorry for lying to you. So someone wants to follow their heart and they're sorry for lying to you. So you see how that could fit if it does tie in like that somebody, I don't know. I think for some people it's going to make sense if like there's been um I don't know, like some kind of secrets or hidden energy around somebody. I don't know, it feels like hidden partners or hidden wives or hidden husbands or hidden hidden stuff. That's what I'm feeling. Hidden secrets for whatever reason. And they're pulling me the card that says truth. I'm so afraid of rejection and I love you. That card doesn't come out a lot. So yeah, okay, I do feel it is. It's not everyone, but it's going to resonate with someone that it's like out of fear of rejection and fear of intimacy, people have got into things with less genuine true love and or like no true love really, like no chemistry. Because remember, lust and lusty kind of that is very different from true chemistry. Those cards are over there from the video today too. Um, but basically, it's to mask fear of real true connection. And I think that's why they just got me to channel about the girl recognizing that she has fear around connecting deeper with the guy because what if he hurts her? Because that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter that's a girl, that could equally be a guy as well. Like, what if this person hurts me? I've cried over you, right? As that comes out. And I can feel you pulling away if you moved on. And you see how that fits with what's come through for the feminines, that the feminines are being guided to focus on other parts of life. Because it basically forces the masculine to focus on the parts that they are running from, their shadows, and you're not doing that for that. It's just the way that it's designed. I let my doubts, and I mean, there's parts of my life where I thought, am I ever not going to fucking be in this heartbreak? You know, break my heart. I'm not about to sing that. And then one minute you're like, all right, they have fucking done, right? They've moved me on to the next bit. I let my doubts and fears get the best of me. That was quite funny. And then it came out again. I let my doubts and fears get the best of me, and I don't want to keep hurting you. So I feel that again is the awareness that's coming up in a lot of masculine energies. Right, okay, so can we get a Pluto card for Pluto going direct? Right, oh shit, sorry. Now I'll read your comments. Sorry, I don't want to be one of those people. I don't like it when I'm watching somebody's live and they don't even. Have you seen some of these people's lives in that, or they don't even interact with people? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, that's what's fun about a live. Do you know what I mean? Fair enough when some folk have got like fucking 2,000, 3,000 people. Seriously, if we ever get to that point, I might not fucking talk to anybody. That I'm joking. I'd try, but I don't I think I'd have to give it up. I couldn't like I get overwhelmed when there's like more than 10 people. Like, could you imagine what I'd be like when there's like any more than that? Like, I'd need to put it on slow motion or something in the chat. You can slow down the um but yes, so you're better now you've had your tea, good. And what did you have for tea? I had beans on toast. Okay, lie. I'd I actually hadn't eaten beans like until I went away to Manchester and had that 2 days in a row. It was fucking amazing. Because it was like, and it was quite funny because both mornings, you know, and it's kind of like, will we get breakfast? Will we not? And I was like to my mum, I was like, look, you know, I basically put across my case for yes, this is why we should get the breakfast the first morning. And then I gave my case for the next morning. It was like, look, you know, we're going to be at the party, you're going to be hungover, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, it just made, I don't fucking, it was one of my best parts of the weekend was the fucking breakfast. But it really made me laugh how, holy shit, man. When, because you basically buy the breakfast, it's all you can eat. People take that too literally. Like, there was one woman walking away, she had about 20 bits of fucking bacon. I was like to my dad, I was like, somebody's got a whole fucking pig on that plate. Dad was like, that'll be the woman that works here. I'm like, no, I'm seriously, that she does not work here. She just is like really taking this a bit too serious. Anyway, but but yeah. How did I get onto that? That's quite funny. I don't know how I got into talking about that, but I did. Right, so I've drowned in enough other lives. I hate seeing stuff we've done. Yeah, it's me too, Charlotte. I really do. I've had nightmares, and so yeah, absolute prayers go out to anybody who has directly been involved in any of that. You're a warrior, and yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, could you imagine your whole fucking house floating away with all your possessions? Like, that's what I've watched in some of those shorts. Like, and it's not lies. Like, those were real people's videos. Um. So you've got to kind of find some sort of grounded, I would advise any finding some sort of grounded understanding that yes, there was fear mongering and absolute exaggeration about how bad it was going to be in certain areas. They also lied about the different bits it was going to be hitting because I caught somebody's stream where they were like, they said it wasn't coming here. And it actually is really bad. If I'd known it was going to be this bad, I would have flew to the next state where my family are. And I was like, God, that's pretty terrifying as well. Um, but she's okay because I saw her putting other stuff up as well. But it's pretty scary. So basically, what I'm saying is, I wouldn't be surprised if the next time something like that happens, it is actually as bad as what they were saying, and it's so that you kind of think, oh, it's not going to be that bad. They hammed it up the last time. They're just talking shite, kind of thing. You know what I mean, or however you would say it in your lingo, and it could be. So it's just, you know what I mean. Even though you might be like me and you know that they exaggerate things. You just never know, and that's what's cruel about it. They play with people's lives and they play on things, and it's use your discernment. But I'll just keep praying for the best. That's really, it's hard to know what to say. But it's better than not saying anything and ignoring that that's real. But don't get consumed by it either. Be grounded. We've got to look after the kids even more now than ever. Yes, 100,000,000%. It's a huge part of my purpose is to speak out about the darkness that happens against children. So it's not an easy part of anybody's purpose. I've just gotten spat out of my birthing tunnel. Phew, I'm in Bambi mode now. Oh, that is a beautiful way to put it. That's like there's a card that I've got that's a bit like that actually. Yeah, I feel there'll be a lot of people that feel like that. If you made it a cuppa for each of us, you'd get more people signing up. Yeah, a virtual cuppa. Yeah, there you go. um, these months are passing so fast. Sorry, you said this ages ago. You might not even fucking still be here. Hold, yeah. 426 and 64 here, and you said that. Tina, I've got to be honest, sometimes when you call out some of these numbers, I'm like, is that something significant to you? Because I don't like, but I suppose it's, I can see that the 64 would make 10, but I can't, wait a minute, 8, 10, 12. Oh, wait a minute. Is that why you're saying it? 10, 12? Because that would be tomorrow. That's what I'm getting from it. But see, that's what's quite good. Like people get different things from different. And sorry, Pharaoh, you asked how I've been. I have been through all emotions, as I'd imagine some of you have been as well. All of us in some sort of way. With all these solar flares and that too. Oh, thank you. Yes, Charlotte. Yes, you. I forget that you are just good listeners. You know what I mean? That yeah, the solar flares are going crazy right now as well. So, the actual weather, like I said, how much of that is natural, you can be the decider of. Um, the important thing is to have empathy for the fact that even if it's not natural, they are doing that to people and they don't care. Like they done 4 years ago with all that jazz. And yeah, so I'm good today, and I'm surprised at how much energy I've got. But I was yeah, that was a really rough night on Wednesday going into Thursday. I stayed over at my sister's and I just was watching stuff and was on edge and just waiting to hear, that a few of the people that I'm close with and that were safe. And thank God I did hear that they're safe. And it's just, yeah, difficult. Um, mm, yes, I suppose they would be mirroring each other if the two wasn't getting in the way of it. But then maybe that's a message too. Oh my God. Not quite that. Do you see what I mean? Like that would the way that I'm looking at it, that would be mirroring if it wasn't the two in the middle of the 4 and the 6. So that's quite interesting. See how different people get different things from it. How interesting. Someday that there's a third party getting in the way of somebody's connection. That's what I've just read with the film. Not the film, the series. Right, so give us a Pluto card. Pluto going direct. So basically, hopefully you're getting the gist. Pluto going direct and Capricorn and Saturn is about and remember Saturn that rules Capricorn is actually in Pisces. Pisces is in the case of what I'm talking about is the shadow side is deception, lies, confusion, illusion. And because did I already bring those I already brought those cards over, didn't I? When I showed you the illusion card that came, you know what I mean? Like um Pluto direct in Capricorn and Saturn in Pisces, the spells are being broken. The spell has been broken. Oh yeah, and that was also like that I found Charmed. I didn't watch Charmed by the way. Um yes, I got that bit but only you see, but not the way that you've wrote it. I consider it mirroring. Oh no, wait a minute. Yes, in the way that you've wrote it. Sorry, my eyes were deceiving me there. Yes, yes, we do. Yeah, because it's the sec. Yeah, but because it's 426, the two is getting into the way. But I feel like I said, I do feel that that is a message for somebody else, that you know what I mean. But you see, that's what I mean. So you're seeing it as partnership, but yeah, I only call it out mirroring when it's like if it was 46 and 64. But that doesn't mean that it's my way's right, your way's wrong. It's just how my brain would work it out when I look at it. But I do think the way that I've said it is a message. There's somebody getting in the way, somebody's mirroring situation. So so people take what you want from that. But I mean, let's face it, that's either been the case in the past, still is, or I pray that it isn't in the future. Right, give us a Pluto message. But yeah, basically the lies are being exposed. And they've been getting exposed for quite some time. It really just depends where you're at on the timeline. Eagle. Oh, yes, look, Eagle's about rising above the drama, and spiders to me are about exactly what I'm talking about. Gossip, slander, lies, spell work, and then I started talking about Charmed, so I'll read both these cards. So like I said, I don't watch Charmed. I record it, but I don't ever, and then snail, I've got a snail at my heart chakra as one of my guides. I know it's quite funny, but I have. And I do feel it is because I do take a long time to reach some of my goals. Like, look at how long I've had this channel. I set this channel up like what, 9 years ago? And I've only just started getting somewhere with it in the last 3 years, is how I would say it, because I was really homing in on what I'm here to do. Whereas before I was stopping and starting and, just I don't know, just stopping and starting. But all the other stuff was valuable up until that point. I love doing Facebook Lives and I love doing Instagram and that. It's just I do like it. I prefer it here. But so it's 10-10, but like you said, the two is in the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, that too. Yeah, there you go. See, I didn't even see that myself, so that's why it's good teamwork. Brilliant. Snail. But you see, that's because it's twin flames. When you've got a masculine energy and a feminine energy, or several masculine energies, regardless of gender, working it out with it, you end up getting. You see what I mean? That is actually really clever, because that's what I'm saying about it. It's like, hopefully you can see that with me, that it's like you could sometimes be like, oh, I wouldn't look at it like that, fuck's sake, that's actually fascinating. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like you can look at things from a different angle, whereas actually, and I would say quite a lot of the time, me and you, Tina, actually look at things quite similarly, and then every now and again we won't. But that makes sense to me when you resonate with that masculine bit. But what I'm saying is that's what happens with you and your actual twin flame. You'll look at things from a different angle, but it doesn't mean one is right and one is wrong, because actually you can end up at the same answer or different answers that are both helpful. Love it. Thank you. Again, it's just them flowing it through me. But yeah, the snail to me is about being patient and taking your time. And so hopefully you can see how, me as holding space for people's healing, either through the channel, through the membership now, or the chat, the free stuff and the paid stuff basically, and the one-to-one work and the one-to-one group paid work and stuff, because that actually is a membership, but I mean when I do the one-off stuff, it is all about, like, I have patience with other people because I've had so much patience with myself and my own twin flame journey, and my own twin flame as well. I suppose I can't miss out that bit too, because I understand that, like, whoever my twin flame is the masculine part of me, but I also value and appreciate and respect that we have got separate lives, and basically his stuff is none of my business, and just the same as my stuff is none of his business, except let's face it, he fucking sees more of my shit than as he is. But I'm just saying that for all feminists. But you know what I mean? But it's like you can still pray for your person, but not know what the fuck is going on with your person, but actually feeling there is a lot of shit going on with your person, but you know what I mean? So anyway, I used humor again to mask the serious but right, so we'll just put that down. So eagle. And I need to take this off now because it's getting hot in here. Oh, look, that I mentioned my own twin flame connection and now I'm stripping off. Some things never change, guys. Right, so that was funny. Oh dear, that was funny. Right, so let's pick up these cards. Funny but true. Right. There's some flames you just can't put out. And some flames burn so strong you need to keep them away from each other because you can't hide the fire. The fire and the chemistry. Right. I don't know why these cards want to interrupt me reading Eagle, but hold me. God, it feels like I need to be serious and I can't. I like the picture better than look at that. Look at that. He's picking her up in the sea. Maybe some of you are going on a wee holiday there, you know. I don't know, or you're just maybe you live somewhere in a hot country and you can do that shit. But I need to feel your arms around me. Things are not right. Oh my God, look at what I said. Things are not right in my world, and I'm longing for your embrace today. Please send me your love so that I know everything will be okay. Well, there we go. We are praying and sending you love, people that need it out there. I'm trying not to laugh, but it's just because of what I said. Right. Oh, remember I said when I said I was hungry, wanting. I am feeling. Oh no, it's that one. Oh my God. Good Lord. This one makes me piss myself. I am feeling so urged. Sorry, I have to say this in a jokey way. I am feeling so urged towards you. It's because whoever made this doesn't have very good English. I am feeling so urged towards you. I can't help wanting you sexually. Your energy excites me and allure me. I want your touch and I'm craving for you. Your body turns me on. I just want you right now. Baby, please come. Baby, baby, what does it say? I just want you right now. Please come home, baby. So, will we go for one more? Oh, oh, look, insecure in reverse. Yeah. Working through insecurities, they become their best self. Love it. And time apart in reverse. Look. The separations are coming to an end. Not for everyone. I'm not in control of that, but for some. And eventually for everyone, hopefully. Best self. I want to be my best self for you. I'm working really hard to level up for you. And look how much I've been saying level up, because it is a level up for all of us. Um, for you and meet as your equal, your mirror. Oh my God, look at all that chat. Hilarious. I know we will grow, always grow together, but I want you to be proud of who I am today. That is beautiful. Loving the title. Oh, look. Uh-oh. So, two messages. Whenever I see that picture in the other deck, I always think karmic person, right? Or karmic ex, or karmic haters, or jealous pals, or whoever the fuck this is embodying. But this is also a message from the masculine. You are mine. We are meant for each other. There's no one else in the world who could ever replace you. We were meant to be, we were made to be together. We're destined, and I'm yours and you're mine only. We've done this before and we will do it again. Oh, and then that's like that song I keep hearing. Um, whether we're what does it say again? I'll carry you. I just heard it the other day, so I can't sing it. Something about carry you home. There's home again. Whether we're 50 fat, whether it's now or 50, I don't know. Read it yourself. I can't even fucking remember. It's a new song that's out. I mentioned it in the other video. I mentioned it in the other video. Right, let me read this and then I'll read Eagle and then should I just do the should I just do you know what? I know what I'm going to do. It is the 11th and it's going to be 11:11 in a few minutes. So I'm going to start a meditation. But will I just do it in the same stream or will I do it after? Somebody help me, please. That's the biggest message my guides have been given to me is to allow different perspectives to be okay and right for everyone. There's no right and wrong, and it really has been working on this. Yeah, because that is basically that's basically been my message for the past 10 years. Yeah, in public is that you know, there's definitely in the way that I teach people about intuition and stuff, but really loads of things like it like I mean I say that to people close to me all the time, like why does it always have to be that somebody's right and somebody's wrong? You know what I mean? Why can't it just be that like agree to disagree or you know, so I mean I have to say there are some things that it really is like, no, this is right and that is wrong. But you know, with other things, like when it comes to definitely when it comes to anything like psychic or intuitive, like there's always different ways to go about. Yeah, same stream. It's just less hassle. Thanks, Charlotte. I'm glad you said that. Um, like it's there's always different ways to approach something to reach a compromise, right? Which again is so the sun in my Libra right now. Like reaching a compromise. And it's so that's the thing. It's also it's okay to kind of be like, well, I prefer the way I do it, but I can see that that makes sense too. You know what I mean? It's or actually, I like the way that you or like what I said about. Oh yeah, I wouldn't have. So like that's what I love about it. That I some of the things that some of you guys say, like I wouldn't see it because it's not the way that I just wouldn't see it because I'm mainly the feminine energy, but I do see, I can tap into the masculine very easily. So maybe that is, I would say that is why I can easily be like, oh, wait a minute, when I switch into that, I can see. Whereas that is really the problem is most people you meet don't have balanced masculine and feminine, like pretty much nearly nobody. Do you know what I mean? Unless they have focused on doing that. So that is why you get a lot of people that won't be able to do that. You know what I mean? Along with the fact if you have done a lot of healing and growth and you're continually growing and other people don't want to do it, you will trigger the fuck out of them and they will see you as distorted. Like what is confident will look like up yourself, um, what is like raw truth could look like dangerous, and what is helping people that are stuck in unfulfilling, boring, passionateless, I've just made up a word, but like, lacking in passion in their lives, and you're helping people, break free from the binds and the toxic devil, keep you stuck basically, karmic cycles in your mind, with toxic people as well. Yeah, you can just look a fire. You can look like a fire starter or a troublemaker, but you're actually freeing people. Like you're helping them into heaven on earth, like following what they're meant to be doing. So, you know what I mean? But it's perspective. I think if you stop and start and you want to do the meditation, more people will use the meditation later on. Oh no! Well, for fuck's sake, girls, we've got a fucking divide in the. Um, The thing is, yeah, you know what? And again, like what I've just said, both of these things are equally true. But I feel I was more leaning towards I'm going to just do it on this live stream, especially because it's about to be 11:11. Because the time I get off, it won't be that anymore. And I think there's something about the codes and the numbers because it'll be 11, 11, 11. So it'll be 6, 11. Oh, no, you know what I mean? Three sets of 11 in a row. So it's time. But also, it grounds people down after the messages. Um, but I will do another type, but that'll be that. I think I need to come back and do. Well, tomorrow I'll do something like that. Anyway, it's 11:11. It's time. We need to stop and do it. Just to be exact about it. But I could see equal. I could see it, and that's why I was like I said. That's why I was pulled in two different directions. But I'm going to go because I was feeling stay and do it on this. So this is where I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. And I'm going to do a few more messages before I go anyway, but just close your eyes if you want to and breathe in, telling yourself relax, telling yourself relief. So breathing in, telling yourself relax, breathing out, telling yourself release, breathing in, telling yourself relax, breathing out, release, reminding yourself that this is your time for you to call in some grounding, whether it be calling in some grounding after these. There was a lot of intense messages there, whether it be twin flame ones or collective ones, big stuff, triggering stuff. It's all going on. So, and it's very Aquarius moon right now, actually. Very kind of like just loads of ideas and shit coming from all over the place. Downloads as well, very galactic. So, calling in that sagey mist above the top of your head. And this has the power to dispel any negative energies, entities, anything hanging about your aura that doesn't serve you at this time, whether it be your own unhelpful thought forms about not being able to move forward and being stuck, and wherever that is coming up for people, it must be for me to be saying that. And other people's projections, because like I've said, whether it be messages that have come out on this or messages that have come out when I've on the membership before I came on here that some of you have saw and some of you can see if you decide to join the membership. And by the way, that you can get that message on the first level there, that'll be there. And yeah, there's just there's a lot of stuff going on and it's heavy collective energy. I just want you to see that mist falling down over the top of your head, over your soul star chakra, reminding you who you are, what your soul came in here to do, the mission you came in here to follow, you and your twin flames separately and together. And then the energy falls down over your crown chakra, bringing in, inviting in the downloads that you need for your path. And then the energy moves down over your third eye, particularly helping you to see what you need to see. And again, there is just a theme right now with Pluto going direct today or tonight, wherever you are. Come out, wherever you are. I just felt guided to say there. That could be people coming out of hermit mode, but it's like surprises too because it's Aquarius moon. And again, you could, I feel that's like in line with messages I gave ages ago, like about like months and months ago, like you could be surprising yourself with when you're ready to just sort of come out of that mode. Um, or you could be person getting surprised, but basically it could be like sooner than what you think in that context, but also for equally for other people, it could be like a lot later than what you thought. So that's why you just got to let go of the expectation. Um, yeah, but there's definitely things being revealed. People are being revealed around you. So that is why, it was time to add the other levels to the membership for extra levels of privacy and which you can always get on a one-to-one as well, obviously. But um yeah, and hopefully again, because there's that first level too, that it's not too much that, people you can get that space in there. So um now the energy goes down over your throat chakra, encouraging you to share your truth, but also be able to hear the truth of others, like what we've just spoke about. It's important that you can learn to reach some sort of compromise, especially with Mercury in Libra as well. Wait a minute, I'm gonna see what else is pulling me in. Yeah, Mercury in Libra. Obviously, the Sun is in Libra. Expect unexpected with the moon. The Venus is in Scorpio. Mars is in Cancer for a long time. Healing mother wounds if you resonate with that, or healing your own feminine energy, or healing with feminines around you, regardless of what gender you are. The energy now moves down over your higher heart chakra. See that fit in with what we're saying there. Um, Calling in Saint Germain the Violet Flame to cleanse, clear and delete any previous requests that no longer serve your highest good, to make way for what will serve your highest good and the highest good of all involved. Calling in Lady Portia as well, Saint Germain's twin flame, to bring in that karmic justice, legal justice, just fairness wherever any of this applies in situations, and definitely just wrapping up these tyrant karmic repetitive cycles. So wherever we're in a repeated cycle through fear of not being good enough, or insecurity, or any of these, wherever that applies, whether it be with love, directly with your twin flame, or things to do with business, wherever it is coming up for different people, we're just closing those chapters out for the people that are ready to. And Pluto direct in Capricorn is going to be doing that, because Pluto is death and rebirth, transformation, being born again, and Capricorn is work, career, calling, life purpose. So that's how I work that one out. So you can see how it can definitely be getting more clarity around your work, career, calling, and business as well. So actually, I mean, I've just realised that probably is why I launched the membership too, because it's like I get the feeling of the collective energy before we're actually in it. So it's like I was in Pluto Direct before it actually has went direct, because I'm like, oh yeah, it's time. Because I didn't plan that. I've just realised though that'll be what it is. Um, I like to surprise myself with astrology. I just go it and then I see after, oh, that's why that happened. Right. So again, it's that there can be shit sides to that. Like I remember having an argument with someone once. Well, actually, I can remember two. I can remember having an argument two separate times, but this is like two different people in my lives. But in my lives, all my past, maybe I'm talking about a past life, but in my life, but one of them, both times basically I looked at the astrology afterwards and I was like, oh, that wasn't the best time. Like, you know what I mean? but we live and we learn and we grow from these things. So now the energy goes down over your heart chakra, calling in love, unconditional love, forgiveness, healing for the heart awakening, heart openings, heart healing that is going on right now, particularly in the masculines, you know, huge soul retrieval, huge pulling back parts of your inner child that had ran away through protecting yourself that are now being welcomed back in. And it's the parts that are awakening like your feelings. That's why people that have pushed their feelings down, it's now coming up. That is the power of soul retrieval, which again is basically the biggest part of my work, to basically help people understand what it's really all about and how life changing it is. And that's why I don't cut it off from anyone, because I've got my free soul retrieval and journeys on the channel for people that can't, like, you know, afford to work with me one to one. So now the energy moves down over the solar plexus, calling back our power. So wherever you've given your power away, knowingly or unknowingly, calling back your power from all time, space, dimensions, versions of self, bringing in some joy and happiness, because we can always do with that too. Bringing in abundance, because a lot of us have been held back from our divinely meant, divinely timed inheritance. So whenever anybody is trying to do any toxic, cruel, evil spells to stop your abundance flow, we're clearing that right now. And again, if anything like that is deeper, you might need to book a personal session, or I have got a free video in here about clearing, spell work, and black magic. Again, although every single video I do, whatever I'm doing, I'm always holding space for that. But you know, it's because that intention was stronger. It could be something on there for, you never know who might find this in the future, and it might be the card reading at the end that is for you too. I remember it being pretty dramatic. And so the energy now goes over the sacral chakra again, and look what I was saying, where people can harvest your sacral creative energy through your sexual center. Well, I just said sexual anyway. Your actual center. So you know, protect your sacred energy. It is your energy. Be very mindful of who you share that with, because when you get involved with people like that, it can take years, and I mean years, to shift toxic energy that you've been involved with. So be very mindful of, yeah, is it worth it? Is it worth it for a fumble in the dark with a siren? I don't know, you tell me. Like so. Or equally, what is the male equivalent? A Leviathan, good looking, but going to break your heart, you know, demon. Yeah, you know what I mean? You just don't know what. The devil does not come to you looking ugly. The devil comes as the hot woman or the hot guy. So be mindful. And the energy now moves down the root chakra. We're recalling and grounding, which is what my intention with this work. So we're calling in extra grounding, safety, security, definitely for people's homes where sadly, like what I've been saying, like we're sending extra prayers and love and healing out to anybody that is like not got a home anymore. Like, well, whether it was to do with the weather or any reason, you know, when we're sending extra protection and healing, that things are quickly sorted out for people to be able to, you know, begin to build their life back again. And for anyone else that where there's stuff around the home or anything like that, just calling in happy homes, because that's so interesting. They're pulling me to a candle holder that I've got over there, which is the shape of a house. So and it actually says on that candle, love dwells here. So, but I feel they're sort of saying to me, if you're in a home where there's not a lot of love, or it could even be like maybe you grew up in a household where there wasn't a lot of love. So you've had to get used to like loving yourself and getting used to the idea of what it might be like to be living with that type of home, yeah, where there's a lot of love. That must be for someone. So, and then they pulled me the card that says the future's in your hands. Like you get to decide whether you want to keep repeating the karmic cycles of sabotage and better the devil you know and being unfulfilled and treated like shit is what I'm hearing. Or yeah, come alive, do new, electrify. I don't know the words, but you know what I mean. Basically, come alive and light up and jump into the higher type, never mind the higher one, the highest timeline of treating yourself like you matter, and then eventually reaching and meeting the timeline where you and your twin can start reconnecting again. And then eventually unions. You know, this is like I'm seeing it in my mind. It's like, look, we're climbing the steps, and oh look, we're actually on the same level now. Equals, because you are equals. It's just the way that this is all sort of plays out. Usually somebody is, you're both kept in fear, and then when one of you transcends the fear, like someone else is just stuck in the fear, and it's like you're just waiting for them to sort of catch up to where you're at. And it does happen. It might feel like it's impossible, but it does happen. Keep believing. Don't stop believing. That's why it's my ringtone for like about 5, 6, 7 years now. That's a true story. Right. The roots of the tree grow down, 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 all the way down, taking away all that fear, pain, and worry, the collective stress, sending it down to Mother Earth, however you imagine that to be. And we now cut the cords of fear, lack, negativity to the old Earth, which is very, I mean, now look, I've been saying that for years. I've been channeling it for years, but now we're in it. We're in it. The old world is absolutely dying and crumbling, and it's ugly. And it's going to be ugly for quite some time. If we're talking astrology wise, we're talking years to be real. If we're talking energy wise, it's going to be up and down. Really, again, but you get to decide with your how you create your reality, if you allow it to consume you, or if you can try and be in the middle ground, you know, in the middle, in the center, however you want to call it, of still being compassionate and praying and holding space for healing. And like I said, if you are directly in areas where you can actually go and help and, you know, be some kind of support in that way, then absolutely too, if you're called to do that, 'cause some of you are called to do that. But don't be so utterly consumed and forget to allow yourself to be happy and have what you deserve as well. Because some of you have lived, I'm hearing, like a permanent internal hurricane for too long. And this is now, you know, the rainbows and butterflies and happiness that you deserve, is the way I heard it. Like New Earth kind of vibes. So I want you to cut the cords of fear, lack, and activity, the old Earth, keeping the lessons, but absolutely fucking lootly, I heard, letting go of the fear. And now connecting the new strong cords to the new Earth of peace, calm, abundance. Wait a minute. Peace, calm, abundance is what I heard, but that's usually not what I say, but we're going with it. Peace, calm, abundance, balance of your inner masculine and feminine, pulling that up from Mother Earth, Divine Feminine, who we deeply respect. And I am absolutely in my Divine Feminine shadow, my healed shadow, I might add, right now. So very much, yeah, in the deep Divine Feminine shadow where I will remain until I rise again on All Saints' Day. And I will be praying all throughout Halloween because it is a very dark day. I do appreciate that children and adults and your inner child like to celebrate it. My niece in particular, that is her favourite. Yeah, it's her favourite celebration is Halloween, so I wouldn't take that away from her. I mean, I couldn't because she's not my child, but you know what I mean? Like, I get involved in the Halloween stuff because she absolutely loves it for some reason. So, but it's probably because she's such a little ball of light that she's here to, she might not even realize that she's here to blast away the darkness. Because she is an Aries moon, you see. I'm an Aries sun and she's an Aries moon. Together, we're the yin yang. So, what else are they saying to me? Yeah, pull up whatever it is you feel you need from the new earth. So like I said, collectively, I'm making the decision that we all need grounding, whether you're aware of that or not. So we're pulling that up. And you see, this is actually why I do end up just, even if I have a wee, will I do it on this, like, it's better to just be on the same stream because my channeling is never neat and it weaves in all the bits and pieces of what's already been said and what whoever all the different bits are going to speak to. But yeah, just know that I am going to be, after I have a bit more of my rest, I'm going to be focused on videos that stand alone as this is a meditation. Do you know what I mean? They might actually, to be real though, they might be ones that go more on the membership than in public, but I will put ones in public too. Right, so just take a moment of quiet to yourself and I'm going to read Eagle. So I did open the book up at Turtle though. So somebody could be, you know, slow to do something, but it's they're taking their time because they want to do it right. So that could be you or your person, or it's not yours at all. Take it if it resonates. Where's ego? Where's ego? Ego, where are you? I can't see ego. Where's ego? There it is. 81. So again, I'd advise you to just keep your eyes open because there's healing that comes in when you close your eyes. It activates other parts of you. I can't remember what that's called right now. The occipital nerve or some shit like that. It calms you down. It calms your nervous system. Right, where? Oh, for God's sake! Right, wait a minute. You can just listen to me try to find the page. I found it. I found it. So the and look what I'm doing. The spiritual messenger, protection, the bigger picture. And also I'm Sag Moon, so that's the bigger picture too. But again, this is no coincidence because I have ego medicine, and that is one of the medicines I integrated way, way back at the start of my journey. So to see the elusive ego in real life is rare and fleeting. Those who are lucky enough to behold this majestic creature know of its unique wonders. Just like the hawk, the great eagle is revered as a divine creature, one that is rich in deeply spiritual symbolism. Nothing flies higher in the sky than an eagle. Fly like an eagle. What's that? What was that? Okay, Space Jam. Because of this unique vantage point, the eagle brings with it an important perspective. One that can, oh my God, there's that word again, enlightenment. One that can only be achieved from a certain level of enlightenment and understanding. It also brings along an important message, the other cards around it, to give context to that message, and the other card around it is the spider, so I'm going to read that after, but I can already tell you what that means to me is the people that are being guided to fly and soar above the drama, gossip, spell work, black magic, whatever that is, whether you're the feminine, the masculine, female, male, whether it's the two of you together in union or talking or whatever is going on with whoever, or you're still in separation. It is about, yeah, flying above it, because the spider to me is either creative writing or writing, or it can even mean text. But in this context, I'm taking the spider to mean yeah, the black magic element, the illusion that has caused you to not be able to rise above the drama. I feel you've been in it, you've been getting pulled into it. That feels like a really important download for the masculines in particular, like to recognize where you, oh yeah, that's so clever. Now they're talking about that program I just described. Like she got pulled into it, like she got pulled into the illusion because it was from basically the girl lied, she made up something. And then the one that I'm saying is the masculine, who's actually female, it confuse things, but that actually makes sense for some of the masculines or the female. Yeah, she believed it and she went against her own sister in that case, so that could be relevant to some people, or her own best friend, because and it wasn't her at all. It was the guy's ex. So however that all fits in your scenario, but I will speak to some people. So basically the moral of the story there is like check where that information has come from, because it could be a vicious lie, and because it was in that program. If you've pulled the ego by itself, that is a sign that you are the spiritual messenger and you're being encouraged to share the wisdom, skills, and knowledge you possess. So again, that's interesting because I pulled divine talents in that other deck. Perhaps there's a leadership role you're being asked to step into, or a community that you could serve. Notice how right now I am serving our community. And I've also been called to step up and serve our community with more in the paid membership. Yeah, but how does that speak to you? Where are you being called to either brush up on your skills and knowledge of where you need for your own healing, or maybe you're being called to more in your work? So often, and especially in spirituality, we are both the student and the teacher. Where do you embody both roles? And that's interesting because I always say that is my favourite one for twin flames. And even specifically, I feel like my twin flame connection, like when you're ready, when the student is ready, the teacher appears, because you are that to each other, even just for the mere fact that what I said about the mirror and numbers, like you might come at things from a completely different angle, but it's neither of you are wrong. It's just about having a compromise about things. Um, Consider also how eagles are sacred across many cultures, sects of belief, often revered as a fierce symbol of divine wisdom and protection. It's possible that the arrival of this card means a shield around you now. Oh wow, yeah, the divine shield, Archangel Michael protection that I'm always calling in. Trust that you are divinely protected, right? So that's powerful. Eagles are often representatives of great spirit. You would be hard pressed to find anyone who views crossing paths with an eagle to be a bad omen. On the contrary, there seems to be a universal agreement that seeing an eagle is a great gift, regardless of creed, religion, or dogma. This inexplicable knowing, I got there in the end. So that's a message. Someone's going to get there in the end. Knowing it's an example of the concept of the super consciousness, the belief that as humans we all have a collective well of knowledge and wisdom that can be tapped into. Perhaps now you can draw upon this communal knowing. Beautiful. Right, so now I'm going to read Spider. Oh, I think I saw it and then I lost it again. So I think me saying I think I saw it and I lost it again, I think that was like where somebody suspected that there could have been something that wasn't quite right, and then you've ignored your intuition, and now it's kind of coming full circle to be like, oh my God, I saw all the signs and I ignored the red flags. Right, 28. But again, like I said, you have to make the mistakes to learn. So divine mistakes. So, meaning, weaving your, oh yes, so that's funny because I think I read this when I said that. So the spider to me is about that. It means weaving your own web, and I said that before I even got this. So, um, weaving your own destiny, creative freedom, and inner genius. But again, I'm just adding on that it does spider webs, and spiders can also be a sign of black magic for me personally. So you have to decide what things mean for you. The spider is an ultimate creator, tapping into its inner genius to weave the perfect web required to entangle its prey. See what I mean? Like, particularly the way I just read that, that's like being caught in a black widow's web, whether that be um someone that's not romantically linked or somebody that is romantically linked, or sometimes it's a combination of these things. It's being like caught up in a situation that's quite hard to get out of. Free from any outside influence of how the web should be, the spider relies solely on its own wants, needs, and desires to achieve its goals. Yes, selfish. If you the way I read that is selfish, isn't it? It's like somebody, it's like, I want this person's money, so I'm going to lie and cheat my way to get in there any way I can. And if I have to make up lies and slander about the opposition, I'll do it. That was a karmic energy I was describing, which I've seen many of an archetype in all of the energy healings and readings that I've done over the past 10 years. So take your pick of who that wants to make sense to. The money grabbers. I lovingly call them the money grabbers. So, um, like the snake and the eagle, this. Oh my God! Are you fucking shitting me? How powerful is that when I actually did pull? Oh no, wait a minute. I got a bit. No, no, no. Yeah, look, it does. Like the snake and the eagle, the spider. So I've already pulled the eagle, and this is talking about the snake and eagle. So very interesting. Like the snake and the eagle, the spider is another symbol that has permeated cultures and spiritual communities. So both cards are about spiritual community on the day I launched my membership. Not a coincidence. Throughout history and around the globe, if either or both of these cards appears along with the spider, take that as an affirmation that you are deep into your own spiritual initiation and indeed along the right path. So that should be a very good sign for any of you that are already in the membership or up leveled, or you're thinking about up leveling. There's a sign. And again, I didn't plan it like that way. I shuffled and that's what came out. Regardless, the spy, or it could be about anything else. It doesn't need to be about joining this membership. It's just what stood out to me. Regardless, the spider asks about our own inner genius. We all have one. It's likely that yours is beginning to come out, but I specifically feel that's for masculines, that you've been around people that gaslight you, stonewall you. You've got amazing creative talent, skills, and just beautiful qualities about you that nobody has nurtured. And that's why you've landed upon this channel for me to nurture it in you, right? Because we've all got something inside of us that wants to come out. So, and sometimes it's the pain that needs to come out before the beautiful part, okay? And there's beauty in the pain too. So, what a weird message, but I get what they mean. So it's like the whole sort of like, you don't get a diamond without, going through the shitty bit and all that and the lotus flower and stuff. So um a little bit like how I'm sitting here channeling this wisdom. Do you know what I mean? I've went through the shit so that I can actually sit here and help people like this. So um relinquish the traps of perfection, comparison, and admiration. Yeah, and that's what I'm really loving about um like it just feels like when Pluto does finally move into Aquarius, like, just over a month from now, it is that we're truly shifting into community-based things and very shamanic practices and that's I feel why they've got me to start it, now, because it's we're not in it yet. We're in Pluto and Capricorn, and for the next few weeks we're going to see some really dark truths coming to light. So a lot of the people that are guided into the membership, like, it's going to be a nice sort of a bit kind of like closing the door on it for a bit to kind of not be so exposed to karmic energies that lurk on here and stuff like that. Anyway, cut off and cut out any outside distractions. Look what I just said, that do not feed the authenticity of your inner genius. Again, because karmic energies will you to fail. So, like I've said all along, I'm well aware that there's people that tune into me that have followed me from other platforms that don't want me to succeed. So that's a lot going against me, right? So I'm very appreciative when I've got people that are praying for me to do well and me to be able to help more people in the world and just for me to be generally happy because I fucking deserve it because I've been fighting for everybody else's happiness for a long fucking time and I'm tired. Like, I'm as happy as I can be, but you know what I'm saying? And that's channeling the divine feminine, by the way. That is actually channeling the collective divine feminine. The world is tired of the old ways, and it's time to bring in the new ways of Pluto and time to say fucking goodbye to Pluto and Capricorn and bring in the new ways of Pluto and Aquarius. And that's your inner genius as well. See how that fits in because Aquarius is also linked to genius sort of energy. Whatever it is that is waiting to be unleashed from within is perfect just the way it is because it is yours. Consider that concepts such as good, bad, pretty, and ugly are subjective and are often reductive labels that have nothing to offer something that is raw, powerful, and important. Oh my God, I fucking love it, guys. It's true. Do you know what I mean? Like beauty and somebody be good looking and or whatever and all that is all in the eye of the beholder. You know what I mean? What you're attracted to might not be what somebody else is attracted to, and so on and so on and so on. The ancient Greeks coined the word daemon, which refers to genius of an individual. Fucking hell, really? Am I saying that right? It is believed that each of us have a. Oh, sorry, it's not daemon, it's pronounced diamond. Oh, good, because I don't really want to be saying daemon. A diamond that each of us has a diamond and is helpful or benevolent spirit that helps us to nourish that genius. I'm gonna have to go. I think that is diamond. It's no demon. We didn't want to be fucking calling on a demon. Fucking hell, but that's no mistake, by the way. Some people are calling on demons and they don't even fucking realise they're not connecting with guides, they're connecting with demons. Anyway, if you want to learn the difference, then do some deeper work with me. If you could pinpoint your diamond, what would it be? Write it a letter, introduce yourself, or make it an offering. Oh my God, don't mix the two up, Christ. Right, so I'm sorry, but that was kind of funny. So, yeah, some of the channels you might tune into might be fucking demons in disguise and no diamonds. But anyway, let's move on. So, because I've been talking for a while and you kept your eyes closed, I'm going to count from one. Wait a minute, I'm going to count from 10 to 1. And when I get to 2, I want you to think about opening your eyes. And when I get to 1, I want you to open your eyes wide awake on the live stream. I'm going to pull another couple of cards and then I'm going to go. So, ready to come back now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait a minute. 2, thinking about open your eyes. 1, open your eyes, wide awake, wide awake. Right, so I'm going to say, what is a card for the collective divine feminines, regardless of gender? And that is also the masculine's feelings and receptivity, amongst other things. We have self-control. So the feminine is in a place of self-control. And look, the wee guy's meditating. So whether you're a man or a woman, that's exactly what we've just been doing. That's so powerful. So for the masculine and the feminine's masculine side, so your decision making, like how I made the decision to start a membership, well, to launch it, and I done it. I didn't procrastinate. Restriction. Oh my God, see how it's the masculine gets us quite a lot. It's got a guy with a fucking padlock on his head. So look, the joy guides don't want you to restrict yourself, and look how the two go together. Look, this is you, because this, whoever resonates, this is your feminine masculine energy, only if it resonates, right? Because it won't resonate with everyone, but you'll be surprised how it actually can as well. Um, Maybe you're being too self-controlled and too strict with yourself, and it's time to have a little more fun. That's what I'm getting from that. But I'm going to read them after what's on the bottom. New beginnings. Yeah, look, and Divine Father. The Divine Father says it's time for new beginnings in November, apparently, because this has got a wee 11 on it again. So that's come through quite a lot. 28th of November could be significant. Oh, come on. Please don't tell me. What was the thing that kept coming out? What? Don't tell me it was 2811. Elaine will know when she opens her eyes, but it was either 2811. I keep saying loads of. No, I think it was actually 2911. So maybe the 28th and the 29th of November are going to be significant for people watching, for whoever. But yeah, this guy's walking through a door to a new beginning. So, or women, and it's 11:44. So twin flames are walking through the door to new beginnings. Are people still awake, guys, or did you go to sleep? I'm now going to pull a message from Mary Magdalene, but I'm going to read these ones from the book as well. What does Mary Magdalene want to say? Because it was quite interesting in the membership when I was posting to them when I was going to be coming in. I just quickly grabbed the picture of the rose that I took. So if you're not aware, like when I was uptown the other day, there was just one single pink rose in amongst like a whole load of twigs, like you know what I mean, like dead roses, and there was just one that was like alive, so I knew it was Mary Magdalene. Like you know what I mean, to me is what it meant. Oh, look at, oh, interest, oh my God. So we've got ecstatic dance and free reign, and it also, would you believe, I don't actually believe either I've never read these ones before in the what 9 month, maybe even a year that I've had these cards, maybe it's not even as long as that. I think I might have got them in June, but I really couldn't fucking get. I think it was about June I got them. I don't see these very often, or it could even be, but I'll know when I read it. Maybe I've read the dance one, but I don't think I've read that Break Loose. But remember, there was one about freedom earlier too, and horses to me always mean freedom. So look, that is about the having fun. That is the unleashing your wild woman and your wild man in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and I think I can guess what they're talking about there. But it might mean different things to you. But yeah, look, be on guard. It is. Oh my God, it's 11. I think it's 11 again. So that's 11:11 with the other card. Look, 11:11. The divine father is over. Look, oh my God. Look, we've got God, Jesus energy here because Jesus is on this card and divine father. 11:11. Be on your guard. That card is about there's look be on the lookout. There's people watching your every move as you take these steps towards your new beginning. So there's definite people that are trying to sabotage these new beginnings. So just be aware of that. New beginnings in love, absolutely, because that's what the whole channel's about, fucking warning you about and supporting you with. And but I mean, as much as I don't like it, let's face it, that's what comes out all the time. But this is also about the new beginnings that you're guided to start in your career calling, having fun in your life. You know, don't let anybody stop you doing it, whatever bit you're at. Right, okay, love it. So, oh, there was two cards that weren't in when I shuffled. Peace and I am the Grail. Oh yeah, 21. Hold on to your power. All right, that's an interesting bunch of combinations of numbers there, actually. If you get what I'm saying. Right, so, right. So, I think they're referring to a genius spirit, which is a massive consciousness that holds different types of energy. Yes, absolutely. That makes sense. But was I saying it right? So it's like this. Actually, that's what I do. That is like, a shaman does that. Like proper shamans, like can hold the energy because that's the difference between a medium, like, that talks, the spirits are talking to them. Whereas like the like me being a bridge between heaven and earth, they're actually talking through me, which is why I would say God speaking through me, the guides speak, because they choose to speak through me rather than to me. Sometimes it just depends. If it looks like I'm talking to myself, it's like, but most of the time, not. And that's where you won't see that. You won't see that too often. If you do, it'll be these fucking ridiculously big people. I'm not going to name them, but some of you will get what I'm saying, where it's like, I cannot tell you the dark energy that I feel from some of these people that get put on the main stage like that. So be very, very careful. I was once in a clubhouse room when that first came out, which again, don't get me started on that. I spoke about that a bit. Like, I honestly, yeah, the energy that's horrible. I really think that that's like, I don't even know. Is that still going? I don't even know if that's still a thing. I've never heard anything about that, but I wouldn't because I don't go on Twitter and shit like that, and that's where, because then they emulated. Is that the right word? Emulated. They copied it by having spaces, and they creep me out too. I think they harvest your energy when you're in these things. Anyway, that's my feeling on it. I felt it when I've been in it. But there was once like somebody that is meant to be like what I am, talking in one of them, and I not that ain't, yeah, that's like a dark energy person calling themselves a shaman, so just be very fucking careful. Um, yeah. Anyway, so let's read let's read the shady shit first, and then we'll get that out of the way. Where the hell have I put that? Oh yeah. Let's read this, but yeah, 11's come out a lot there, so look out for November. The Guardian. Be aware as you venture forward, deception is possible. Oh my God, and look, girls, that would have been annoying if I hadn't already mentioned that deception, I'll still be sitting here, came out and I just burped there, so I'm clearing the energy. If you're new, that's what happens. Look, deception was the first one of the first cards that came out. So yeah, deception is being exposed as Pluto's going direct. Because when it was going retrograde, it was going inwards, and there could have been more secretive stuff going on. Amongst what's good for it is shadow work. There could have been more secretive underground stuff, but now it's going direct. Shit's going to come out. So what's done in the dark, it comes to light. So um, don't reveal where precious things are hidden. Stay silent. Oh, that's already come out. I've said that about lots of things on this. So I was saying it right. So it's like diamond. I really hope you don't pronounce it demon. Um, the knowledge that Mary Magdalene and Yeshua were married and had children was punishable by death. Oh my God, look what I said about, oh fucking it, look what I said about anybody that is like, if you're in, like, if you're pregnant or that, whether this is like now or later or whenever, just don't. Oh yeah, because I started saying that and I didn't finish it. It's just a couple that announced a pregnancy and it's just, they announced it, I mean, oh, now that's really sad. I'm thinking of like two things. So basically, the most recent one I saw is just this. This couple are just so adorable. Like I mean, they just post all the general sort of TikTok shit that people do. But and again, I'm not going to say their names, but you'll know who I mean if you know them. Like she's a really good singer, and they're both really hot. I think they live in LA or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're both. I mean, that shouldn't have anything to do with it, but like, you know what I mean? They both live somewhere like that, and she's a singer but they're just such a beautiful couple, and you can tell they just really fancy each other. Like every time she's doing her wee dances and that, like he's just wanting to fucking, I don't know. You can just tell he's wanting a piece in a nice way. Do you know what I mean? You just tell they really fancy each other. They've got great chemistry. But yeah, so it's really beautiful. They've just announced their pregnancy, but I was like, oh my God, man. Like, although they're very lovable and they'll, have a lot of people, I'm really praying for that couple because there's a lot of horrible people in the world, and yeah, I don't know how wise it is to do that. People get a bit too excited. But anyway, I'll pray that, I'm visualizing I'm visualizing that, that their child, you know, arrives safely and everything. But it's just, I don't think it's wise. Um, and but sadly though, there was another couple that I'd found not even that long ago that they're actually in the UK, and the long and short of that is Yeah, she shared her pregnancy way too. I mean, I think she shared it before she was even 3 months. And I knew, and that's the horrible, I won't talk about it too long because I'll start crying, but that is a horrible thing about being like this. I went through experiences like this when I worked in the hospital, when I could sense things that, there would be good news coming in, and I was like, I should be happy, but why do I feel like that's not true? And then it turned out they'd made mistakes, or or just I can think of any things in life, but just things where it's like, I really want to be happy, but something doesn't feel right here. Or like, I can think of happy moments where it's like, I don't know, you've just met this amazing guy or something, or something, you know what I mean? And there's something like, I'm like, and then sometimes people, that's what I mean. That's where people can sometimes not understand it. It's like, I know the different, like, I can feel when something's not right, and I might not always know it, but, God shows me in dreams, or they'll reveal it to me in a vision. And so the answers might not come right away, but I don't usually have a bad feeling about something for no reason. And, but basically, where was I going with that? Yeah, it was just really sad because I knew when I saw that they were announcing that, and I thought, oh my God, I just have the worst feeling ever. And yeah, sure enough, then like not that long after, like she'd lost her mate, and it was really, really sad. Um, and again, I do think that is the negative energy that people send to, what I mean, because they're, well, I hate that word, but they're influencers, you know what I mean? So there'll be so many people that are jealous that A, they're in love, and B, like, because that actual couple, they've already got a wee, actually, their whole channel's actually kind of more, it's really based on the wee baby, which, okay, like each to their own, but I don't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't even be putting kids on the internet, but you know what I mean? It's kind of like they're a nice couple, is what I'm saying, right? They're a nice couple, and but it's just yeah, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? So I know that there's fun in kind of sharing these moments and pictures and that, but I think it's if that's speaking to you, pay attention basically. Um, yeah, some believe this knowledge, the great hearsay, may have been reason behind the Inquisition. The 1212, oh my God, that's when, oh my God, that's gobsmacking. I was texting somebody earlier, because again, like I said, I've got friends that are, I've got like real life friends that at some points I can touch and hold and hug and go for lunch with and go for, do you know what I mean? But I've got friends that are my friends that are twin flames. And I was texting somebody earlier, and I happened to text them at 12:12, and I did actually mention it on the video earlier too. So that 12:12 is going to be, so we've had 10:10 has just been yesterday. Can't believe that was only just yesterday, and then we've got the 11:11 that's come up in these cards, and now we've got 12:12. So all these portals are really important for the next wee while. Templar Hugh de Lacy built the old narrow water castle keep on Carlingford Low or Low that flows out of the Irish Sea. Oh my God, and then I keep saying like I'm really wanting to visit Ireland. Local legend says the Templars brought some secret scrolls to the monasteries in the British Isles for safekeeping. These documents were brought to 5 places. Oh my God, here we go. Three are known as Roslin, my place, Glastonbury, and a holy site on the shores of Carlingford Low or Low. As a faraway place, Ireland was a good choice for a retreat. Oh my God. Fucking hell, guys. Maybe this is directly like, I don't know, maybe some of you either live in Ireland or you're being guided to go to Ireland. You know what I mean? Like, because I definitely know that I will at some point, but I think I'd be wary about going when it is like, because they could have some pretty almighty fucking crazy storms as well. Or yous can, my Irish brothers and sisters. It is not generally known that one of the original Templars came to live here. You can still see fossils in the place names along the way to the keep. My husband's family, oh yeah, and this is where the author starts talking about stuff, but I'll read it. My husband's family lived in Hugh de Lacy's narrow water keep from the 16,000, or however you say that, until they built a larger castle on the hill behind it. The familiar symbols of the Grail family can be found in the stained glass windows depicting the family's coat of arms, the engraved chevron, the X, and the Merovingian bear. Don't know if I'm saying that right. Be conscious of what is going on around you and invoke your protector and whatever you envision your guardian to be. Oh my God, so much protection. The other message was about divine protection, and so is this. But yeah, just generally, that is definitely specifically the masculines that are getting ready to move towards new beginnings. It should not be a surprise at this point that there's many people that don't want you to go towards these new beginnings. Again, beautifully illustrated by me talking all about that Netflix thing. Yeah, you just it's so funny how it's like totally like what I was just saying. Right, okay, so do we need to read the other one? Yeah, we do. We do need to read the other ones. So, oh look, there's also with that. So we've got the dates 5/11 being significant. That's bonfires now, obviously. We've got 30. There's no 31st of November, but there is a 31st of May could be significant too. I know that is actually some people's birthdays. Right. So, but my stomach is rumbling now because I genuinely am hungry. I can't eat toast again though. I've had too much bread today, but I kind of want toast. Oh my God, I've opened the book up at that card. I always do that. I always open the book up at the reason why I bought the book. Desert Rose, true love cannot hide. To keep your love secret will be difficult. Oh my God, look what I've just said. It will be difficult, but I'd advise some of you to do it as long as possible. Like the rare desert rose, people will see it and sense it. Oh my God, look what I said even when I was talking about me and mine's chemistry. That's quite funny. That's not a coincidence. Some will share your joy and others will be unable to overcome their shortcomings to be happy for you. And oh, that makes me want to cry. That's what I was literally, that's why they got me to say that about those couples online. So can we all just pray the nice people that tune into me, the people that are like, who cares? I don't even know them. Then you really need to fucking grow a heart. But sorry, that was a sorry, not sorry. I told you I'm in my shadow. It came out the way it came out. I mean it. I meant what I said. Yeah, God speaking through me. The wrath of God ain't always pretty. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you need to grow a heart. I'm going to stick to that. I've never understood when people say like things like that about people, or just because you don't know somebody, like what's it got to do to me? All right, mate. What about when you're in a fucking dark place and you need people to pray for you? Do you know what I mean? Like, no, no nice. Anyway, um, yeah. So we'll pray that that couple that I love online, their pregnancy goes through to them having their baby boy or girl, whatever it's destined to be. So, or maybe it's two, you know what I mean? Who knows? Or maybe it's three, but I'd say it looks like one because she's got a tiny little bump there. So, in legend, the most beautiful rose in the world lies in the. Oh, I'm not reading the rest of it. We know what this is about. Basically, I'll skip to the you will be led out the desert and out of danger. Oh my God, that does fit with that other card. This is the power of love. It can inspire, restore, heal, and lift your vibration to the highest level of existence. Mary Magdalene and Yeshua would have been absolutely illuminated in this state of love. Their alliance may have caused jealousies among the apostles as they could not share their bliss or know how to create for themselves. So they were jealous, slandering fucks that just spoke about them instead of being happy for them and learning how to do it for themselves. But that is most of the people that watch me are actually interested in how do we get in a union with ourselves and how do we get in a union with our person. Or actually, oh, I don't know, it's so confusing. It just whatever, however that makes sense. Right. But the card I actually picked, I've been guided to go to Ireland for several years and even considered moving there or having a vacation house. Yeah, absolutely. Elaine, let's just move to Ireland. That's so funny because that's like in that episode of what do you call it? Like that's like that episode of New Girl when it's I mean I don't like her because she's like fucking devil, but anyway, it's Taylor Swift is actually called Elaine in that episode, and it's like it's the one that she's got the one that oh shit, what's her name? Well, that's so annoying. The best friend. Anyway, whatever the best friend's called, like she's Cece, that's it. Oh, that's funny. That's one of my nicknames. But anyway, like Cece's about to marry somebody that she doesn't love because she's in love with Schmidt. And then so they basically, they don't get married. And it turns out the guy she was going to marry is like, I'm in love with Elaine. And then the person that stands up to Elaine, like it's Taylor Swift and they run off. So it's kind of that just reminded me of that. But it's just even, oh my God, it is just really funny that that's all of that's really funny. When are my guides going to stop with the Elaine? It's just, I even just said to you another one that's like, I've just seen it everywhere. It is quite funny though. It's entertaining, so they'll keep doing it because it's entertaining. People that are on board with the banter. It's just it's light humor in these dark times. So that's interesting because I've had past lives in which I was a Templar. When I went to college, I had got a scholarship from the Knights Templar. Oh, and I had no clue what it was, but I felt connected. Oh, that's really cool synchronicity. Um, Right, so Salome, ecstatic dance. And again, these ones in particular were just ones for the feminine and the masculine, so however it fits. Release your inner goddess through a dance of joy. Ecstatic dance is prayer in motion. Unity with the divine is achieved through conscious movement, but there are other types of unity and movement with the divine. Divine union, sacred union, actual union. In turn, this will create a sense of balance as you raise the vibration of your physical body to connect to your higher self and source. In Mary's time, Salome was a common name derived from shalom, meaning peace. Oh my God, that was another Mary Magdalene card. Salome, not to be confused with King Herod's daughter, the same name, travelled with Mary Magdalene and was her favourite companion. The Gnostic Gospels suggest she was the youngest sister of Yeshua. She's listed as Mary Salome, one of the three Marys landing in Santes Maries de la Mar. Now, is any of these places that leaflet that my mum brought back from France? It might be, but I think I put it back in my room. Salome taught active meditation. Oh, what we done here through sacred dance to her disciples. Well, I actually did do a dance party once on a group course. True story. It was honestly, it was the fun. It was the most fun thing ever. It was when I ran the Divine Detox. Yeah, only those that done it will know how fun that was. But it didn't quite work because the music didn't come through on the Zoom, so we had to have our own. It was it was cringe. I'm not gonna lie, it was cringe, but it was basically to teach people to move past it. But it was quite funny. Now I'm thinking it was funny. In ritual, it was practiced by the Holy Bride and part of the wedding ritual. When the conscious mind is engaged in purposeful movement, the superconscious mind, look what we were just talking about, can override it, opening the door to experience union with the ultimate. But you see, that's what I do when I sit here. That's why I can sit for hours and hours and hours because I'm in that energy. You know what I mean? I'm overriding, I'm ignoring the part in my conscious mind that's like, what the fuck does that mean? And where's that come from? I'm just completely way past that and letting it all flow through. And that's why one of the reasons I get a lot of jealousy, because not many people can do it in the way that I do it. A, because you're not me, so why would you want to be me to do it in the way that I do it? But B, because it took me years, lifetimes to actually be able to sit here and do it like that. So, there's lots of reasons, but I can definitely teach you to do it in your own way. Um, it is believed that this knowledge was part of the women's mysteries taught in the caves of southern France. I think I need to go to France too, but I'm not really like dying to go. But if I do, I would go to like, I don't usually say dying to go. I don't like it. I said it like that. I don't like those phrases, but it did come out of my mouth. It is said that Salome took over Mary Magdalene's mystery school after her death and continues her teachings, preserving her vast legacy of instruction. Incorporate ritual movement into your daily routine and spiral out of the mundane into the stars. Feel the sense of great freedom and release as you let your spirit soar. And again, like I'm not kidding, full moon there. You can do that through sacred union as well, but let's keep it clean. I think you know what I mean. Right, so Tantra, baby. 31, free reign, break loose. Right, so, right. That's what I mean by hinting. Hinting at what we're talking about without saying it, although I did just say it. Right, so free reign, break loose. Step out of your routine, cut loose, and run wild for a while. Oh, see how that's followed on. An oppressive lifestyle is not healthy for your body, mind, and spiritual growth. Be spontaneous. It's Aquarius Moon. It's about being spontaneous. Look at the guy with the chain around his head, along with self-control. Some people are too you're restricting your fun too much. You need to lighten up. I don't know who needs to hear that, but that come through. So that's also for me too, I can acknowledge because I need to clock off and now it's the 12th, which isn't 12/12, but I was talking about 12. After living in wait a minute. After living in secrecy and concealing oh my God. Oh my God, I've read it before. Fucking hell. I'm sorry, I'm just like this is what I mean. Like they're just like out to fucking shock and wow. So bearing in mind everything I've just been talking about with those couples, the one that are pregnant right now, and which, by the way, I don't know as if I wouldn't call them twin flames, but whatever the closest thing to being twin flames is, they're it. They're definitely it. Higher level soulmates. I don't know. They're definitely soulmates. That's what I call them. But they're a good pair. But then also the sadness of what. But listen to this. After living in secrecy and concealing her pregnancy, Mary and her family were warned by Yeshua to leave Galilee. Joseph of Arimathea, I cannot believe I said anyway, because it's not me, it's God speaking through me, was deeply honoured to be chosen to accompany Mary and promised Yeshua he would be her guardian. He did not take this sacred trust lightly and remained with her until his death, which some have recorded occurred in England. They were under scrutiny in Galilee, as the Roman, I don't know if I'm saying that right, and the Romans heard rumours about the bloodline of Yeshua continued through a child born to Mary Magdalene. The soldiers had orders to put the child to death. Oh my God. What? What the actual fuck? If that is not, I'm gobsmacked. If that is not confirmation about what I've said on the shorts about black magic and spell work and people that will these pregnancies not to go ahead, like again, some before they're even conceived, you know what I mean? Just don't let these people have sex, basically, because they're going to create children at some point. But, which is, I'm laughing just with the shock of everything, basically. But it's kind of like, but if it does actually reach that point, like, just don't, yeah, don't, this is just mental. This is absolutely mental. Joseph led the family safely to Egypt until the child Princess Sarah was old enough to travel a great distance. The group was sent to exile in a boat with no sails or oars. After many miracles, they landed in province of Saintes Mares de la Mar, I can't really say this, with flocks of pink flamingos and native white horses galloping through the waves. The region called the Car, I can't get sick of saying these words now. Camargue must have seemed like paradise to them. Mary was able to enjoy her freedom at last. Sarah became known as Sarah Lacali, a beloved patroness of the Romani people to this day. Recharge and release. Stress can be stifling. Throw off your shackles and don't be afraid to run. Feral and free. Ride the white horse. Sorry, guys, but we need to move on because I'm wanting to laugh. Fucking hell, I'm just, that is just like eerily creepy. All of it is just. And yeah, I'm just praying for you if any of that is resonating, the more darker stuff, because it is real. And I'm sorry that I feel that is really strong confirmations there about omens not to share with people, or like I said, confirmations. But right, and yeah, protect your children. How weird is that? That it does come back to that again as well. Protect your children that are here as well, because they're very special children that come through one twin flame, or that definitely they come through two twin flames together. But the children that are here through any of you, if you're a twin flame with other people, are really gifted, beautiful children. Um, Not everyone will say the same, actually, by the way, but as far as I'm concerned, if you're a twin flame and you've got children, they're special. All children are special. So I really have a problem with anyone that says otherwise. Right, so because when children are not behaving or difficult or that, well, first of all, it can be they've got needs that you need to find the right support for, but also they copy what other people do. So, like the people, children, soak up, they're like a sponge. So the message for the divine feminine, the masculine feminine side, the guides that came in were the higher self and self-control, and it is number 50. So this could be significant. Restraint, detachment, composure, relaxation. That's interesting because detachment came out for the feminine on the bigger video, which I haven't even published yet. So you might see that tomorrow. Your higher self is advising you to keep your emotions in check through these times of change and transition. Do you know what, actually? Yeah, you're going to see that as tomorrow's video, because I've done this today. I filmed that today. I can publish that tomorrow, so I don't need to channel another big video because I'd rather just use tomorrow to channel, well, nothing to be fair, but like to do some of the mini videos, you know what I mean? To just get at least, like I said, get a week's worth so that I can have a week off. So, but really longer. So, be on guard as oh no, this one said be on guard as well. What the fuck? Be on guard as well as that one. Be on guard as well against being manipulated emotionally by fear and drama of those around you. Hello, eagle flying above the drama. There's so many synchronicities in all the cards. Changes in the air. Remember, we got the air card. And the uncertainty at hand is stirring up a lot of anxiety and insecurity stuff that's also come up. Recognize the potential stress and choose to brave the volatile storm. Oh my God, I'm not pointing out that. By remaining cool, calm, and collected. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. I did think about that yesterday and I forgot, and I've just thought about it again. Remember when I was channeling all those messages about unions that were coming together in a storm? And I did keep saying, this is like metaphorically an energetic storm, like meaning like solar flares and just crazy energetic and astrological weather, and the drama and the people that don't want to come together. But I did say as well, this could be literal weather, like this could be storms, but I didn't for 1 second think it would be the horrific apocalypse. Well, maybe I did, I mean, it's God's been free, but the apocalyptic stuff that I was watching yesterday. But it is that. Like I've said that before, like from personal readings that I've done and ones that I've had for myself, these physical unions come together, a lot of them come together amongst utter destruction and like, yeah, in the world because they're needed. It's you're needed, like basically. Um Not all people's unions come together in that, but the ones that are guiding others do. So take that however you want to take it, but that's the truth. Um, Recognize the potential. Like I can even like again, always keep this really cryptic, but I can even think of people that I know because I can feel them. I can feel people that are directly in my wave. That are going through both like either I feel I can tune into waves that are the feminine and the masculine that are equally in a dark time right now, mirroring each other. Some with other people, some aren't, some are on their own. But once they're through the ego death, the masculine in particular I'm feeling into, they will be powerful leaders in a healthy way. But that's what I mean. There's some of those people are actually still in a dark night of soul right now. And that's what I mean about like I'm like that. I'm always humbled by God and who I'm here to help. Like I said, I've helped loads of leaders that are like got on big platforms that help way more people than me. And I've been doing that for the past 10 years. That's not like a new thing. I was doing that right at the start. Hello Elle, how are you doing? That's so weird. I was actually, believe it or not, and this is going to sound really weird. It's like somebody, who was it done that to me? I think it was, I can't remember if it was online or it must have been online actually. Or I feel like it was in person, but like they were like, oh, I was thinking about you. And I was like, and then I wanted to be like, but what were you thinking about? Like, why were you thinking? But like, you popped into my head yesterday. I was like, where's that person? Like, you know what I mean? And here you are. So I love it. Thank you for waving back to you. Um, see what I mean? I'll light up when more soul family join in. But that honestly crossed my heart and hope to die. I did actually. I think it was either yesterday or the day before, but I think it was yesterday. But yeah, I do think that this is about yes, but you've come out of hermit shell, so welcome. Um, but yeah. So just be aware of that. It's like I said, like some people it's a yeah, whatever what I was saying is there are people that are in a storm right now and in it like a storm within. But mark my words, when some of these people come out of that, like they're yeah, powerful leaders. So um right, so go for a run or work. out at the gym. Use your anxiety physically rather than emotionally and protect yourself against the fear-provoking actions of others. Because that's specifically like, they're sort of saying to me, like, these are people that are stuck in like false unions right now. And like, yeah, basically. So that's not for everyone, but I'm just tuning into that. Like they'll be pulled out of false unions and wake up and know where they need to be for their twin flame mission. That makes me cringe when I say like that, but it's true. Um, yes, it's difficult to face the unknown, but your higher self calmly assures you that no matter what challenges you encounter, you can handle everything beautifully if you remain detached, relaxed, and grounded. Your higher self message. I love that this is a feminine. Stay cool. It's funny because I do keep using the guy with the shades emoji and quite a lot of channelings that I've done recently. No, just chill. Stay cool. Divine Feminine. Stay cool. Right, so 28. So stay cool and let the gossips carry on gossiping about you. You know, if people ain't got nothing better to do and talk about you, well, be grateful that you've given folks something to talk about. So, must have boring as fuck lives, eh? But anyway, so, right, so 28, restriction, joy guides, assumptions, rigidity, limitations, prejudice. Oh, divine masculine, are you ready to go into the shadow? This is, remember, it's equally each of your own parts, but I can't help but notice the assumptions part of it, you see. This has definitely got to do with the wave of masculines. Oh my God, sorry, I'm just recognizing connections here because what I was just tuning into there was a mixture of just tapping in and feeling out, going out into the ethers, connecting with, like I said, particularly these powerful twin flame guides that are going to be twin flame guides in union together, like very much like Mary Magdalene, Jesus. Archetypes I connect with like goddess, like Isis and Osiris, and any of the sets of twin flames, right? You know what I mean? Saint Germain and Lady Portia. These are the ones that I'll say first because they're like my strongest ones, but there's loads of other different ones, right? But it's like again, it is important to know that the potential of some of these people that are actually in a dark night of the soul with the wrong people, like, is just, yeah, people can quickly come out of that, and because of what they've done before. So it's hard to explain, but I know what they're saying. Um, but there's also something about a lot of those masculines have ended up in the wrong union, but again, to learn the right lessons, divine mistakes. So it can be cruel though. Some of the things that some of these guys in particular I'm tuning into are put through, like, are awful. Like I'm actually just thinking, I don't even usually say the word awful that much, but there's quite, I noticed the other day there's quite a few unlisted videos. There's one I done, maybe it's time to publish it, but again, and to publish it I have to fucking watch it too. It must have been really bad because I titled it Divine Masculine, I'm so sorry you went through this. You deserve better, something like that. So I don't know what was in it that made me not put it. Maybe it is time now because they're pulling me at the word truth. So I'll go and look at it. But basically, what I'm feeling into there is there's some for who again, and like I said, I do know actually some people that I will directly speak to that I've connected with, but there's others people that'll be watching this that'll connect with too. There is definitely a wave of twins where the masculine was told something that, like like the Netflix thing I've just chatted about, where it was a lie, exactly like what happens in that program. It was a lie. It wasn't the truth. It'll be different things for different people, or their own fear and insecurities have allowed them to exaggerate or distort something, twist something. It's something like that. It's assumptions. It's like making assumptions without actually directly finding out is that true. Going off what other people, like exactly what happens in the Netflix thing. Yeah, so really clever. Right, so assumptions, rigidity, limitations, prejudice. Your joy guides are tapping at your mind's door, hoping to open it and free you from the corner any narrow or presumptuous thinking on your part may unwittingly backing you into. If you fall into the trap of running on too many assumptions or operating on unexamined preconceived notions, you quickly eliminate all your options, leading you to a damned if I do, damned if I don't cycle of frustration. So that can be like when, if you're the masculine, male or female, you tell yourself, there's no point in even trying this. We're too different. Look, we've already argued. Like we'll probably argue with time, and it'd just be even worse than whatever else I've been at. Like I'm daffing into running script to some people, or like or there's going to be something wrong with them. That there's got to be fake. Like they can't be this nice. Nobody's that nice. They're going to stick a knife in it. So everybody sticks a knife in, or everybody hurts me. This person's going to hurt me. They're trying to trick me. It's all these different things that this all these different things will speak to different people until you heal that part of you and you actually open your eyes, your third eye, and see your twin flame for who they truly are, and they're not an enemy. It's other people that have made you feel like that. Um, your joy guides playfully remind you to step back and notice where you're stuck. Perceptions might be attracting such frustration. They remind you that you're not stuck, but you're thinking maybe. Stop your mental movie and take a commercial break. It's time for a fresh look and a new viewpoint on things. Oh my God, see how that's totally in line with the chat about you can come at things from a different angle and actually you'll both be able to see things and maybe new things and like, oh, so it's kind of like, again, that's what I would say, like there's loads of twin flames that will have brilliant businesses together to help a lot of people because whatever you can see, the other one can see things that you can't. And then when you put two heads together are better than one, it is true when you've got the right person. And when you fucking tell your ideas to the wrong people, they sabotage you or steal your ideas. That's a whole other ballgame. But you know what I mean? It's like when you trust the right person and when it's in that kind of context, it is good. And that's why, like I said, if you trust me, I'm really good at bouncing off ideas. And I've like I said, I've given loads of people great ideas for their business that have went on to build their platforms and make a lot of money, a lot more money than what I currently make. You know what I mean? So there are good people out there in the world, but it is, we just know that we're God's people. We're whether you call it chosen or 144,000, we're here to live out our calling and our mission and help people and not hinder them. So you know what I mean? Because it's just stupid as well. God is always watching. If you do wrong by people, there will be karma for it. And Pluto direct in Capricorn is that. It's karma. Karma's delivering good karma and not so nice karma. I know one of those cards earlier said there's no good and bad, but I disagree with that one. There is. There is. But what you can do is you can repent, you can go through a deliverance, you can, see the error of your ways and you can, try to do better. Fucking hell, that really is Pluto direct. That's fucking like heavy energy. Um yeah, but also like there's a need to stop catastrophizing. The best way to achieve this is to treat yourself to a heavy dose of humour and let it break through to your unbearable dilemma. Your joy guides counsel is, as always, the situation may be critical but not serious. Join them in reviewing the situation and laugh your way forward. I've got to say, that's not my words, that's this card. And in some certain situations that we've just had, some people are in actual critical situations. If you think about the people that have been caught up in these storms, the real ones, you know what I mean? But actually, the metaphors, some people are in a storm, but you know what I mean? When it's actual, they are critical situations and they are serious. So it kind of brings it back to what we're saying about, try to remember that. Because I did catch somebody, I mean, it was just one of these big channels that sort of dissects things, and it was like, he was saying what I'm saying, basically, that it's like, um, that it was exaggerated, but it wasn't all, you know what I mean? There was, both those storms were real and they have left a trail of destruction. But there was definite exaggeration too, because as far as I'm aware, they're wearing 15-foot waves. Far from it. I think, you know what I mean? But there was a lot of water and that even a little, even small amounts of water can cause. I mean, this is an extreme example, but it's why you should never leave a child alone, like in any, never mind the bath, but in any type of where there's water, like paddling pools or anything. Because think about well, I don't want you to think about it, but the horrible situations where kids fucking anybody, like people can drown in a tiny amount of water. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, but cancel, clear, delete. But you know what I'm saying, like look, don't be stupid. Like, look after kids, basically, and don't leave them with fucking psychos like that video I got drawn to yesterday. But I really like, this anyway. Um, could we could we end it on a lighter message, please? I don't like that message. Do you know what? Let's pull one of these because I've not used these cards, and this is my other energy I'm very connected to, is the Oracle of Delphi. Again, like I was given the whole past life chat about it makes me cringe when people claim they were that actual person in a past life. But I suppose the closest one would be this for me actually, just because of what I do. Um but there'll be other people that resonate with this archetype too. But right, so we've got musician, shine. Oh look, shine, play, evoke, and express. And that's what I do when I'm on here. Like I'm helping people through the end times, through the dark times, and bringing a bit of light and humor, like what that card just said. Um, oh, granted, it's weird and wonderful and a bit eccentric and all over the place, but hey, if you dig it, you dig it. Do you know what I mean? If you don't need to hang around. And if you want more of it, come and join us in the membership. Because I opened the page up at Lovers Unite. That's what it's about. Unite, desire, treasure, and caress. The chemistry of love. Oh my God. I can't believe look at what I said earlier. The chemistry of love cannot be explained, only felt with the heart. Love wraps its arms around you. Love is pure, unconditional acceptance. Holy shit, that's on spot. That's on spot. Now I need to go. I'm mixing up all my words. But somebody might do that around you. Right, so eight, musician. Oh my God, musician. Shine, play, invoke, and express. Music is the sacred sound of the soul. Sing your soulful song and synchronize to the hum of the universal heartbeat. Apollo, the Greek god of music, smiles at you. As bright and powerful as the sun itself, he brings the promise of a new day dawning. We got new beginnings. Oh, wait a minute, that's the one I didn't read. I'll end it on that too. I'm also feeling like it feels like heartburn, but it's not heartburn. I think it's like somebody's heart opening, but it's a bit achy. Sorry, now I want to sing Don't Break My Heart, My Achy Breaky Heart. I just don't think he'd understand. Oh, I can't stand that. I can't stand that. My foster sister played that, but I'm sure it was that. Oh no, it wasn't that one. What was it? Oh no, it wasn't. It was Young at Heart. She's so young at heart. That could be like play as well. So anyway, I mean, either of these songs might be any of these songs might be relevant, but that reminds me of a foster sister. Um, right. Positivity breeds positivity. Align with Apollo's sunny outlook to experience the divine power of heaven on earth and embrace the concerto of joy that is awaiting for you. Now, remember, that's important because that's what we say. Like, I'm connected to the Oracle of Delphi, and because of channel, it's all to do with like this Apollo, God of the Sun, and all that. Um, be your own headline app. Step into limelight and share your creative offerings with an audience that appreciates and celebrates you for your artistic expression. Every time I pull one of these cards, it ends up describing like what it. And again, that's what I mean. This is a shame that this wasn't on here, but this is an exact download and message that I just gave in the membership. That although my belief is that, I mean, you know, I'm very wary when someone's claiming they were that actual person in a past life and you're reincarnated. Um, but there are, like I said, there are close ones that you're like, wow, the synchronicities are just too scary, like here. And it is just weird though, like I said, because this is one of mine, and every time I pull a card from this deck, which actually isn't even that often, that is actually just describing what I've just sat and done. Like here. So you've just got to make that fit for you about how do you play and shine and express your art? It might be you fucking paint a picture or you write a poem or you do a wee song and a dance or you do a sexy dance. I don't know, depends who you're entertaining. But um maybe you could do all of it. Maybe you're extremely talented. I don't know. You tell me. Maybe we've got some magic mics out there and magic Megs. I don't know where that came from. Have the courage to be witnessed by others to build your self-confidence. Trust that they want to hear what you have to say and will be moved by your imaginings. But most of all, enjoy your moment in the spotlight and smile from the inside out. Listen to the music with meaningful lyrics to inspire, awaken your soul. Stirring music can evoke and amplify your passion for life. Sound has the power to transmute unwanted energies, restore and uplift your spirit. And you see, in the case of what I'm doing on here, that is absolutely true because I do transmute negative energy, spell work, black magic, black through my voice and my energy in general. So it doesn't matter what the fuck I'm saying, basically. I'm always doing that. But especially when I sing as well and when I laugh, because laughter is brilliant for shooing away the dark energies. Just laugh. Laugh at them. They can't stand that. So high vibrational music is, as it is essence, the sound of spirit. Sacred sound baths enchant and support you to remember your own divinity while also healing and balancing your chakras, activating light codes, and connecting to your higher self. And that's why I always say, like, there's lots of different people that will deliver their sacred medicine in different ways. And my way is basically the way that you see me doing it all the time, mainly through the cards, or, like sometimes I'll just channel and not use the cards, but I usually use the cards to back it up. But that, it really just doesn't matter. I'm here to activate the dormant DNA, the light codes, and, but just to stress, we can get that from the sun and definitely all the fucking crazy magical energy that's going on right now, all this solar stuff and everything. So yeah, release any distractions, comparisons, and competition. I love it. This is so Pluto and Aquarius. Like I said, I feel like I'm a month ahead, so I think this is why this is all coming out. Address any power leakages or draining situations. Again, power leakages, people that siphon your creative energy. Are they supporting you or holding you back? Tune in, adjust accordingly. Harsh, but very Pluto direct in Capricorn. All of these are depleting your energy and taking you further away from your happiness. It's your choice. Choose your joy and rise with the sun god. And I've pointed a lot as well. I've titled um I've titled the video that you'll see tomorrow, because it is actually tomorrow now too, actually. It's Saturday now. Um, what have I titled it? Oh yeah, something about you can either choose true love or Insta illusions. I actually put Instagram illusions, but I changed it to Insta illusions because I couldn't fit in the title. But you know what I'm saying? It's like you can choose the fake kind of thing. Oh, and that's what I started saying in the video earlier, and I didn't say it. It was because I'd watched a clip from the Diary of a CEO thing, and it was a divorce lawyer talking about the most unhappiest relationships are usually the people that are plastered all over social media. Like personal, you know what I mean? It'll be the people that are like, oh my God, we're so happy. We've just been to like, I don't know, I can't think of a country right now, but it's like we've just been here. And we're just so fucking happy, and oh my God, I'm just got engaged, and it's like it actually reminds me of as well. And again, congratulations if this is genuine true love and it's real and stuff like that. But it's kind of like it's reminding me of the scene in Trainwreck when, oh, it's not Trainwreck, it's Brittany runs a marathon. If you didn't catch when I done that video, I loved those channeling, so I'll fucking say I don't know what I've titled them. If I can find it, I'll put it below. But the whole gist is that's on Prime if you want to watch that. Um, she trains for a marathon, but her best friend is like really narcissistic and like, she's got like I've got an amazing boyfriend and putting all over social media and oh my God, we just got engaged and we're so happy. But actually, like the truth is that they weren't really very happy and then they break up later on in the film. And she's like really nasty to the Brittany, the one that's run the marathon, who in this context is a divine masculine because it's basically somebody that's trying to better their life. She's running the marathon for her mental health, but also to lose weight and to feel better about herself. And that is maybe a best friend that is disempowering. Like the best friend's trying to hold her back. So again, there could be a significant message there as well, but a best friend, that's not a best friend, does it? Like, a frenemy is trying to hold you back, whether you're male or female. Maybe it's several people, maybe it's family members. It can be different for different people. So, but that's what is in that film is that she recognizes and there's quite a brutal bit actually where it's like the friend says something really horrible to her. And, I wouldn't always advise you do this, but, people are only human. She lashes back and she's like, you might be a pretty person, but you've actually got an ugly heart because I don't know if it's quite like it's something like that though, but she's like, you're making out you're happy and putting it all over the place, but actually you're deeply insecure and you've just ripped me apart because you feel insecure about yourself. You know what I mean? So it's basically these people like that are no friends, guys. So and especially not people that talk behind your back and make up horrible rumors and that, because it's usually the case that with twin flames and people do that, it's you've probably been the person that sat and listened to all this person's woes and darkest moments, and then this can be the same people that go out there and fucking, talk shit about you and that when you've not, when you've not done it about them and you still wouldn't even when it's that. But it is kind of, I always think that's quite dangerous and risky that people do that. And again, I know that that has happened to some of you, so that's why I'm saying that, and I dare say it's happened to me too, but who cares? But right, so be your own headline and act. Step into the limelight and shoot. Oh, I read that bit, but that's another message. So like I said, whether you are the feminine or the masculine, male or female, the point is release these distractions and competitive energies, address any power leakages or draining situations. All these are depleting your energy and taking you further away from your happiness. It's your choice. You can stay in that Instagram illusion world of fake friends, fake people, fake connections, or you can be in genuine, real connections with people that want you to shine in your own right on your own and shine together, depending on what we're talking about here. And also, I've just noticed in Sun God, totally divine masculine energy. You know what I mean? Because a lot of divine masculine energies, you have got huge call-ins and you're being held back, distracted by these false unions and karmic friends and karmic family and fuck knows whatever else. So playing it small, don't play it small. Playing it small is so last year. It's about going for gold. So, and not in the sense of money grabbing karmic energies that go for your money. I mean, go for gold, go for the highest timeline. So, to be clear, Apollo also helps you appreciate the unique and harmonious song of each human being. Again, yeah, because we've all got something to offer. Again, which brings me to my tagline, which I've had for the past 10 years, is my gift is helping you find yours. Because there is something special about you. If people have led you to believe there isn't, they were fucking lying. There's something special about you. Everyone has a unique part to play in the cosmic symphony, so focus on your own special contribution. Apollo sings for you. You matter. You hear me? You matter, and you are loved. Remember the magic of your life. See what I mean? That is my message. Hopefully, you can see that that is my message all the time. Expressing your uniqueness is your soul singing in harmony with the Creator. So be yourself. You're a precious gift to the planet. That is so beautiful. Right, so and some of you are an artist because on the next page, the card is the artist, which says dream, design, craft, and create. It's a new day. Embrace the radiant opportunities coming to you. Oh, it's a new day, and it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. A little bit of the boobly coming in there. So throat harmonic communication. Lapis lazuli, activate your soul song. That is a beautiful crystal. That is an indigo with bits of flashes of gold. Look at what I said about gold. Gold, always believe in your soul. Right, I'm going to stop. They're just all coming through now. The deep blue crystal encourages honesty of the spirit, opens your psychic abilities, and empowers your senses. Oh yeah, and I've just realised blue and gold are my business colours. So it's the colours of my soul, damn it. That's why I bought these pillows. Do you like them? Oh my god, it's still got it's still got a tag on it. That's funny. Oh, I think I could take the tag off. It's been there a while now. That's funny. It's not been there that long, but you can see the tag dangling. That's banter. Right, so don't let anybody label you. See what I mean? I can read anything. It's just I'm still going to keep on coming. Compose, write, or create your own work of art. Put together elements that are meaningful and beautiful to you, especially because the next page is artist. So one of you needs to really like embrace that side of you. And again, like I say all the time, I help artists all the time. It is a huge part of my calling. Um, Apollo, you are my sun. Oh, that's like the feminine saying, divine masculine, you are my divine masculine. And I'm proud of you. Apollo, you are my sun. Singing your song enlightens my spirit. This sunlit transmission attunes me to my soul's voice and highest wisdom. Stepping into the spotlight, taking center stage, shining your unique light. That, that is hilarious. When I said it makes me cringe, shine your light, it just does. It makes me cringe. Like, see any chat around that, like, anyway, people that have watched me long enough know that, like, look, listen. I'm a light worker, you're a light worker. I just don't like the word light worker, right? I think it's annoying, it's cringe, it's cheesy. We do need to shine our light too, but I'm a light warrior, okay? You can call yourself light worker. I'm a light warrior. So if you're talking about me, I'm a light warrior. Because I'm on the front line, damn it. I'm an Aries and I'm on the front line. I'm not just working, I'm warrioring. I'm warrioring and working. So, um, right, now let's read. I'm sorry, I am genuinely fucking starving now and I am eating more toast, I don't know, toast. Right, I just wanted to read, oh, fuck's sake, where's New Beginnings? I don't know where the card is, but it said New Beginnings. New Beginnings. 22. This was the one that said Divine Father as well. So, and then I'm going to go. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. And like I said, I would be delighted if more of you join any level of the membership. You, yes, are invited to do that if they resonate. No pressure at all to stay. If, if it's not your vibe and you're not kind of liking it and whatever, I'm not going to hold it against you if you leave, basically. Do you know what I mean? It's a paid monthly thing and energy changes. And because to be honest with you, it might be me that pulls the plug on it after a few months. So maybe just dive in while I'm doing it and we'll see how it goes with me. Do you know what I mean? Messy action. Fuck it, let's go. But again, I just want to stress that it's not totally messy action. Wait a minute, I've not opened it at the right page because I did. Yeah, I did have a plan to do this at some point. It's just the time is now. So, new beginnings, Divine Father, courage, desire. Oh, there's that word again. Initiation. There's been a lot of initiation has come up a lot. So I feel this was just an initiation in itself. Creativity. Oh, look, that's about creativity too. The spark of life from your Divine Father is igniting your imagination, stirring your creative genius. There's genius again. And it's just funny because that is Aquarius energy. Aquarius moon. Fuck's sake, I've got major hiccups now. Instilling in you a strong desire to bring about change. And again, Aquarius moon change as well. Now is the perfect time for you to act upon your impulses and initiate new beginnings. Oh my God, especially if it's spontaneous stuff, because that's what this energy is about. Especially in those areas of your life that leave you presently dissatisfied. Oh wow, everything I spoke about. So, because I'm just passing on the message. I, wait a minute. I've just read the last line. They've just drew my eyes to the last line, and everything about it is powerful. And all it makes me want to sing is, don't you worry, child. Don't you worry, child. See, heaven's got a plan for you. And you're going to see what I mean when I read the last message, but also, wow. Because recognize the synchronicity when I read it, and then I'll sign off of what I just done today, not knowing when it was divinely planned. You know what I mean? It just ended up being because, like I said, in truth, I actually wanted to do it yesterday, and then it was just there was a part of me that felt like it would be well, no, 100%. I feel it would have been quite disrespectful actually to have done it yesterday on the 1010 portal, considering what was going on. Um, but there is that other part. It's like, you know what I mean? You cannot hold off things that are actually going to help people and uplift and create other people that are going to help those people. You know what I mean? So that was part of it too. But anyway, it was meant to be an Aquarius moon. So, because it's about community and bringing people together, and that's why it's come out in all the cards. So now I'm going to read it and I'm going to sign off and I'm going to go and eat another couple of bits of toast today. I wouldn't normally eat half a fucking loaf of bread, but that's the kind of day. So you know what I mean. That's what we're doing. So trust your desire for change and ask the Divine Father to give you the courage to initiate it. Change. Commit to your unique new ideas. Start writing that book you've been thinking about. Open that business you've been secretly desiring for so long. I can help you with that if you're on the edge of your ideas and stuff. And especially if it's like new air sort of stuff. Break the ice in a new relationship with someone you've held back from, or changing the word into yeah, someone from the past that you've held back from, however that fits, or somebody new that you feel excitement bubbling about, whatever that is. The Divine Father encourages you to act in confidence. All the elements for your success are in place. Don't hesitate, don't think, and don't play it safe. Take a leap of faith and commit fully to what you really want. Can I just remind you once again in an annoying way, but I like to be a teacher about it. Aquarius moon is absolutely, to me, Aries moon is fuck it, let's go. But Aquarius moon is fuck it, let's go as well in the most surprising, shocking ways. So it is surprising people. Your divine father's message, go for it. You can't fail. I'm going to leave it at that, guys. So sleep well, have a lovely weekend. Again, everyone's in my prayers on the channel, everybody. But if you want, oh, now I've started talking anyway. If you do want to be giving me your specific requests for prayer circle and just have a private space to do that, that happens, in the very first level. So, and it's just spontaneous. I just do it when I'm feel guided to. But I really actually do it on every, any live that I'm guided to go, because like I said, even when I'm not specifically saying it, I'm always praying, I'm always praying on here, I'm always holding that intention. So, and yes, yeah, like I said, thank you if you've already made that jump. Thank you if you're considering it. And yeah, I'm just excited. So even if they're very small spaces for a while, or even if it's just again, and oh yeah, so oh shit. The housekeeping of that was, I'm annoyed that I didn't just leave it when I said I was going to leave it, because that would have been dramatic. But anyway, because I've started saying it now, for the highest level there, um, because I'm taking, like I said, roughly the next sort of 3 weeks more to myself. But like I said, you might find that I'm back doing videos more real time, like for the last sort of week of that, like the Halloween week sort of thing. Yeah, I'll probably do that actually. For the week leading up to Halloween, they will probably be real time. So we'll just call it next 2 weeks. But basically, um, rather than it being a group healing, it is like the Zoom, it is a 30-minute unlisted video that I'll do for you. So, just be aware of that. And I know the person that already signed up is aware of that. And but you could also, if you wanted to join that and that just be what you get, then instead of joining the group Zoom, then you could choose that too. So just, but just email me. Because like I have to say this too, like this is something that not a lot of people would say, but if I don't know you at all, like if we've not had any kind of sort of interaction, um, and you join any of the levels, even if it's, I'm going to want to know who you are, so I probably will ask to talk to you. So I don't want to feel like this like the fucking mafia or something. I'm gonna want to talk to you. But like I do, I want to know who, I want to keep these spaces safe. So it's not, I'm more bothered about keeping these spaces safe than just like, oh yeah, just anyone join and whatever. So, because like I said, it's like I was prepared for like nobody to join any of the higher levels, but I'm delighted that, that somebody did. So thank you for that. And yes, on that note, I love yous very much. You're in my prayers, and yeah, expect unexpected in this Aquarius moon weekend, I would say. And yes, protect your energy. That's what I get from all the messages, but I'll watch this back. I don't know, probably tonight if I can't sleep, or tomorrow at some point. And I'll see for myself. But yeah. Peace out, peeps.